control back to Raoul. Remember to give control of Raoul back to Broden.
I mean, he always has it. It's just I would have to remove your control, I think. Because I didn't take him off of it. Also, we're live.
Sorry, you had to try to navigate my weird.
Oh, we leave it?
We indeed leave A.
Okay, let me not
your
be
character
streaming my...
your character sheet system.
The sheet's reloading.
Yeah, because I changed it so Chaco can't use your sheet.
Alright, there it is.
Okay, so we should be fine now.
He read all my sweet lore.
Yeah, I chose to do it mainly because I'm playing a Blood Hunter in the Kirkenmood campaign, and I needed the practice.
And I've never played one, so I didn't know how to work your stuff.
Was it just said, I am depressed over and over and over again?
I've dabbled with it, but it has been a minute.
Let me make sure...
I'm a wolf.
But are you hungry like the wolf?
I am bad.
Okay, I shall also
Unreal.
stream in 3,
Is that true?
1...
Are you hungry like the wolf?
I mean, how long has it been since we rested? I mean, I am feeling.
I don't know. Amber Temple.
You could probably eat a ration or something.
I mean, we just. I don't know. Like Mortal Kombat's a hagged, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we just wrecked her.
Oh wait,
We
I
literally came in.
There we go.
It wasn't even Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat would suggest that she fought back. She did not.
Yeah, she just got bullied in the bathtub. It was pretty fucked up. I mean, admittedly, that bathtub was full of blood, so, I mean, don't feel too sorry about her, but...
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
She was telling Bert to keep screaming when she was taking a bath.
Yeah?
But also, we were doing stuff in the middle of a very private situation.
Fuck that bitch.
You know what's
A private
funny?
situation.
She was taking the bath in blood because that fights off her age from getting her.
It's not
Well,
working.
That didn't do a whole lot of good with her, did it?
No.
No.
Listen, I know a lot about like blood cults and using blood to make your skin youthful, but that doesn't stop you from taking lightning bolts to the face.
True, it really doesn't.
It's always fun when you play the, by the way, blood is 90% water card in D&D.
This is the second time that I have attacked someone in D&D in a bathtub.
Second?
Really? Only
Yeah, the first time was an Alex game. Some rich asshole. We knocked him out.
I feel like the Doofenshmirtz meme applies here 100%.
Yeah.
If I had the nickel for every time I killed somebody in a bathtub, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yes.
Exactly.
That mansion burned down.
I have a feeling that quote is going to be used again in the near future.
Maybe.
Somehow.
Maybe.
I mean, it's Barovia, because I'm just thinking, like...
I had a nickel for every time I played a lion, man. I would have 2 nickels.
It's true.
Or you had a nickel for every time you played Leomon.
Variations of Leomon, mind you.
So, I don't know all of the variations of Leomon, but is there like a metal Leomon? Could you do a construct?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a metal one.
Alright, there you go.
Oh, wait.
There's a metal Leomon, there's like a black Leomon.
Yeah, that's Mad Leomon.
I am maybe a dumb.
Okay. Why?
I don't have Clover's token.
Ah.
Or the reactive.
I would associate Kai with Banjo Leomon.
Draco.
I'm looking for it. Give me a moment.
Thank
And Andros
you,
is
my
just regular
love.
Leomon.
I don't know if you heard my question. I was like, is there a version of Leomon that doesn't die?
No.
Yes.
Wait, there is?
I think there was one.
Aren't there a couple? And one of them's evil?
What?
Like versions of Leomon that don't die?
Well, no. Actually, it's very funny because I'm watching a Digimon series that I never watched before with a friend, and we kept going like, oh yeah, this Leomon's gonna die. This evil Leomon, he's gonna die. Episode 1. He lasted way longer than I thought he would.
So close enough.
Define way longer.
It's like maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
That is a
so
very low bar.
Enough for a little Digimon arc. Got it.
Yeah, you know, he was just there to be evil. He was the first general, then they killed him. And then he got better.
Ha, I found it.
Okay, he came back as a good Leomon,
Also
but that was short-lived.
God damn it.
Yes.
Also because it just turned him back.
Do you want me to do stream together?
Yeah, we could do that.
Or do you not want to stress your current setup? Because I know you changed a few things.
Yeah. Also, I am sending you the file. It might take a little bit. Never mind, there it goes.
Arigato.
Let's grab that stream together. And although and invite guest. And send the invite. There you go. Shared chat is now enabled. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Also, chat. Oh, she's not here at the moment, but he'll be hopping in later. Also, I may be dumb, chat. I had a perfectly good monitor that I could have used, the television, that I had not acknowledged or thought about at all until today. When it finally occurred to me, wait a minute, I have an HDMI cable in the TV. I could plug it in the PC. It's long enough for that. Why am I not doing this? Now I don't have to use the laptop anymore.
We're all good now.
Yeah, so in theory, I don't want to jinx it. In theory, we shouldn't have any issues. Knock on wood.
In theory.
But, who would like to do the recap?
Fuck it, I can do it. I used my inspiration for Dan. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't even for me. So, we finally got out of the Amber Temple, and I got a strange request from one of the D&D twins, Dave, to train him in the ways of the martial. Honestly, didn't know how to take it. Never really had someone to teach, but I just thought, why not? He's not doing too bad. Are you, Dave?
No! I'm hanging in there!
Good.
It's alright.
Keep going.
It's alright,
I'll
buddy.
see
We
how
all
you're
were there
doing later.
At one point.
And, then we went after the hag. And honestly, I don't know what I was expecting.
I don't know what I was expecting
where
either,
one
but
of the
I
rare
wasn't
ravens
expecting
walked
her
up to us, they said that she was this threatening force, but little did we know that she was having some relaxation time by herself.
Yeah, like she really wasn't
So
that
we took
powerful,
care
was
of that, fought her house,
Mm-hmm.
got a chest, and 2 seeds. We planted one, but we need to plant another one. We need to go right back to that, well, near that windmill. And hopefully get this...
Never antagonize the DM, by the way.
Why would you? What do you mean? What do you mean? Antonius, get back in the house.
That wasn't even as Antonius. That was
Well, I'm doing it in character because I'm supposed to do it in character. So you added yourself in, you're Antonius.
Or what if
Actual yelling is here
Yeah,
for Barovia.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what if Yell just suddenly got into Barovia?
Yelling, you need to get out of here now. You don't want to be in Barovia.
It is.
I mean, we could do a thing where, like, my VTuber self somehow manages to end up in Barovia,
I don't
and
think you
Draco
want
has
that.
to save me.
Oh, that's gonna be a tall order, but I could probably pull it off.
Yelling, no one here can survive Barovia. You had to be a super person, like
Yeah.
a D&D character.
Mm-hmm.
But what
But-
if?
Keep going, Dan.
We're getting off track
But-
here. Recap.
Anyways, now we need to get this chest open and hopefully study the book of Leech's Mouth over there while he's licking his wounds. And I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything?
No, I'm pretty.
I don't think you did.
What the heck are you doing here, Dave? I thought I told you to jog.
Right. Sorry.
If you guys can hear me.
I'm gonna have fun with this. He looked at the camera.
You guys
The
can hear
only
me,
other
right?
things you're missing
Yep,
are
I
things
can
you
hear
weren't
you.
there for.
Okay, because I was like, I've been talking. I was like, did anyone hear me or?
Alright. Well, that's me.
All right. Take your point of inspiration as we move ourselves in. I think I'm going to move us to the Barovia map because you'll be moving from point A to B. And I might change the music since you're technically in Dan's shop, air quotes. Maybe I'll use the potions shop music in conjunction with what you have going on right now. Okay. Roll 20. Okay, it's just taking a little while to load on my end. And on chat's end as well. They got a blurry picture here.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm loaded in, but now we're waiting for...
Unseen
There we go.
region, they just need a refresh.
There we
Yeah.
go.
They just need a refresh.
Yep, I just had to wait a little bit. It's now clear. Alright, so... I'm not hearing the music, though, that I put on. That's strange. I mean, there it goes. It was just taking a little while. Alright.
It may take a little bit of start up or it may be quiet.
Hmm?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it now. Maybe I'll increase the volume a little bit. Okay. Nothing is going to accost you in Henrietta because it's Henrietta. Who in their right mind would attack this house?
Hello.
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 My dog chewed on the wires to our
Oh no.
AC.
Oh
Okay,
no!
now Clover is Clover on my end.
Yep. Alright, I've got all the tokens now. For some reason, Bolts wasn't working earlier, but it's working now. Oh yeah, I also need to grab Barovian travel times to see how long it's going to take in Henrietta. Where is my doc for that? Here you are. Alright, so we want...
I've been searching for warranty stuff for our AC unit because it was brand new a year ago.
Oh, wow. He was saying he's looking for warranty and he's only had it for a year.
Yeah, we bought the house a year ago and everything that was in the house was brand new.
Oh, you are
And-
quiet.
And
Right back. I'm gonna go double check.
Yeah, like the dog chewed on the wires to the AC unit outside. And I only noticed it when I went to go grab him to bring him inside.
3 hours.
I have you at 200% and you're still quiet for me.
I think I also have Hoshi. Yeah, I have Hoshi at 200% as well. He's pretty quiet. Should I keep this? No, probably won't need it.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Something to mess with my. Okay. Kids.
So
It's all good.
I did look. You guys have 3 hours before you make it to the old windmill, basically. So you're free to do what you want in that time. Obviously, a short rest can happen in that time. If anyone wants to utilize some of their hit die.
Is there enough time to decode the book?
It's just under what you would need to translate it. But, you know what? If you want to spend, like, a little time in the house, like, an hour after the trip trying to decode it, I would allow that. Because that would be 4 hours all the way through. And then you can just actually read it after the fact.
Yep, I will do so.
And I will assist.
Alright. Let me grab... Where do I...
So,
Can I catnap?
You can?
Arcana, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
With advantage, that is a 15.
Let me see. Where is the thing? There we go. Let's see. Just started. You did that chapter. That's just barely not enough.
I can do catnaps on others, it seems. I don't think you can do it yourself.
Ah.
Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ability to come up with
I'm gonna flash a genius and add my intelligence modifier, which is +4.
Well, then that would make it a 20, which is enough. You're stuck at one part of the code that you just can't seem to wrap your head around, but you take a breath, pause, think for a moment, and then you realize the solution, and sure enough, the chapter is now available whenever you are ready to read it. Is chapter 2.
So, Draco,
Yes.
I'm reading it correctly, right? I can't use it on myself.
You make a calming gesture. Up to 3 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cast it on yourself if it's that you can see within range.
Well, I can see myself.
It's like you are willing. You yourself can be a willing creature within range.
Can you?
But you got. I would assume so.
I mean, yeah, it makes
Because
sense.
you can see
3 willing
yourself.
creature, your choice within range.
But also, do you need to do that right now? Where you got 3 hours and you can just take 1 hour to just rest. You would have the same benefit without expending a spell slot.
Yeah. True.
Because catnap gives you a short rest in a short amount of time.
Yeah. So you would get like an hour's rest in 10 minutes with catnap, but since you have 3 hours of travel anyway, it's just easier to take the short rest right now.
Okay.
But like
You
that's
can save the slot. You can save the slot for the boss battle.
yeah. But like catnap's really good like if you're in a dungeon or some hostile place where you're not gonna get a chance to get a short rest. Say like, I don't know, Castle Ravenloft, for example.
Ah! The thing we're about to experience. Got it.
I don't think we're ready for that just yet.
Nah, you still got a ways to go, but you're getting there. You're gonna have to figure out how to open this treasure chest. And theoretically, Dan can do that if you give him time in a long rest.
Also, hella side note, I did actually remember to change desktop audio to be, whatchamacallit, from not being on the Twitch VOD track to being on the Twitch VOD track.
Nice.
Technically, y'all should be heard in the VOD track now.
Hooray!
Instead of how I did it last time, where no one can hear anyone but me, and it looks like I'm just like fiddling with myself while there's other PNGs on the screen.
Is it here? I gotta find where it describes the thing. I think it's on the approach. Oh no, wait. It's the megaliths, obviously. Alright, so Henrietta pulls up. You see the windmill in the distance, smoldering. Well, it's been burned away for a while. It's just a pile of ash and garbage. But you see 4 ancient stones that are relatively nearby, and that, I forget who it was that picked up that stone, or that seed.
It was me.
So yeah, it looks exactly like it does in your, from your vision. The stones are covered in moss, and they have crude carvings of cities, each of which is associated with, you can wager different seasons, maybe? One is covered in snow, one's in flowers, one is sunburst overhead, and one is leaves over it. It's pretty obvious that seems to be what they're depicting. And all you needed to do was bury your seed here in the dirt.
Yep, that's it.
Would we have gone through Velaki, or were we just taking the mountains?
I mean, you could go around Velaki. I don't think Velaki's cool with Henrietta running through the city.
No, she could just jump. She's a talented girl.
True, true. So, you bury the seed, and there's a green flash. The cities on the stones light up a little bit, and the moss gets blasted off as the image of a young woman appears. She bows to you, curtsying, I guess would be the appropriate given her garb. I am the maiden. By purifying my seed, you've taken Strahd's ability to scry on people when they say his name.
That's actually really huge.
He's gonna be pissed.
I mean, not that I use his name anyway.
And with saving me, you've saved us all.
I mean, I'm still gonna call him Lord Woollybutt because it's funny.
One of the stones, like part of the megalith, cracks and breaks off with a pretty resonant thud.
I think I'm gonna stick to Leech Mouth.
Fair enough.
Batman? What?
I'm gonna test it,
Okay.
says Antonius. Alright, so Strahd, 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 Strahd.
So you don't feel anything while you're saying the name. Usually you had some semblance of someone watching you when you said his name, when you picked up on it. But nothing. Nothing at all.
Bardak just smiles and is like, "Alright, I've been wanting to say this since he set me on fire. Fuck you, Strahd!"
There. So, the woman smiles. As I was saying, by freeing me, you've freed us all. And my sisters should be arriving soon. In another flash, the crone and the huntress show up. The 3 sisters? ? Smile at each other, and they merge. They hug each other, and they spin around, a light going from underneath them as they fuse into one being.
Oh my gosh,
steal this
it's a
from
fusion!
Zelda?
Did I?
Wait, what did you say it?
Well, I wasn't going to... I'm making a mythological reference here. This now three-headed woman, one of a crone, one of a huntress, and one of a young maiden. They regard you. I am finally restored. The people of these lands referred to me as Mother Night. But my
All I
true
wanna do
name...
is see you turn into a giant woman.
Anyway...
Kicks Antonius in the shins.
Not now.
What
Now
is
exposition's happening.
But my true name is Hecate, Mother of Witchcraft. Dan, upon hearing that, immediately is in, like, a kneeling position. I didn't... Oh, I can't wait to tell the Coven about this. Rise, child. I do appreciate you uniting me once more. It has been some time. And in return, I have a gift. Her hands begin to glow, and you feel a radiant energy washing over you. In regards to Strahd, he still technically had the scrying spell, but you have a permanent non-detection spell cast on you while you're in Barovia, thanks to Mother Night.
Oh, great.
Clover grins and said, "Well, I guess I never had to make the deal in the first place."
Just imagine if you did.
We,
Still don't know why.
we have work we need to get done. Good luck on your journey. We'll be watching. And they, with a flash of green, once again vanish. Well, suppose we should get moving.
Try to get that chest open.
We also need to return the skull.
And the skull.
Did you say something about something else at the Dragon Place too?
Yeah, above game you still had knights with a quest that you need to do, rebuild the ballista so that he can move on, and then you can return the skull. Because at least 3 of them needed to be saved, basically.
We got 2 of them.
Yep.
Or we just see the rest of the materials for the ballista.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have most of?
I don't remember what we're missing.
We have above game. We have everything except for the wood.
And that's easy enough to get.
Because Zio bought the 10 pounds of iron, and most likely you guys took that off his body.
Yeah. Yeah, he tossed his bag at the last moment.
Yeah. I mean, all we need to do is either find somebody who sells wood or just find some trees and just chop it ourselves.
Oh, that reminds me, Dan, do you know anybody who can fix armor?
Not especially. I mean, there is a blacksmith in Vallaki, and I think Zia mentioned helping him out, but I don't know if he could.
Shit.
I mean, didn't Vallaki, you know, just...
Which we haven't checked that place since it happened, by the way.
Would Clover know?
About what?
That's true. Clover came in post Strahd coming in.
So she would have seen the aftermath,
Yeah.
but she wouldn't know what happened. She wouldn't have known the the blood rain or what happened before?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Clover, as far as you would know, unless you ask people in town what happened, the town was pretty destroyed. Like, there were still survivors, of course, and they were trying to pick up the pieces of the thrown apart town. Also, you'd probably see this on a glance. There was a couple, a man and a woman, who looked like nobles that were hanging from gallows set up in the middle of town, in town square.
Overlooks. You mean the town with two nobles hanging from it, from the gallows?
What?
Excuse me.
Like just stone grinding. Bolt's head turns, and he's got like he's got the Mugman face. What?
Yeah, there was a destroyed town that came through trying to find you guys. That's where I found Dan sitting out front of, and then I went into the town. You guys weren't there. I asked around. I talked to some guys that have clothing stores that you bought some winter gear, so that's why I thought, oh, you probably went out to the mountains, so I went that way.
Well, long story short, shortly after we left Velaki the last time, Strahd rained down his forces. There was a blood rain. I guess you got to see what the aftermath of that was.
Now that you think back
Oh,
on it,
yeah.
Clover, there were puddles of red, probably blood, all over the town.
Huh. So Strahd had his period over the town. Got it.
To be honest, it was something pretty horrifying to see. It messed with a lot of our heads to actually witness the rain.
It looks like Kai did fuck you up too.
Fucked me up enough. I think it would fuck anybody up to see all those people get tortured.
Oh, it's
Enough to
scarier
make-
than your mother. Got it.
Scared them enough
The
to
guy
start
made
taking hardcore
blood
a little bit.
rain from the sky. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I guess I would ask, Hoshi, do you think Clover would ask about what happened in town while in town, or just more focused on finding Kai? Because, like, if you
Sounds
ask
to be
person,
more likely at the time of when she got there, she'll mostly be focusing on looking for Kai, just because he said he didn't know who she was, so she was pissed off and she was trying to find him.
okay. So then, yeah, you probably wouldn't know anything about who's in charge now or the current state of things outside of it was destroyed and they're rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's right over there. We could just check in.
True?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Alright, then. Sounds like Valaki's our next destination. Alright. Let's head on out. Dan notices something ahead. There's like, obviously the bit of rock fell from before. There's a pretty sizable chunk of the megalith. And sitting on top of it, now there is a very large red and green feather. Birds like this don't exist in Barovia. It's mostly ravens here. And it's big. Like, not as big as the rock feather, but pretty big. Probably like a middle step between the rock and a normal-sized bird.
Something up?
I imagine we all kind of look out the window.
No, this was while you were heading back from the megaliths to Henrietta. You're not in Henrietta yet.
Okay.
Something up?
We
Overlooks up.
need to get to Henrietta as soon as possible. Either Strahd is fucking with us, and he had the materials, or my greatest fears have been well-founded, and a friend of mine is hunting us. Former friend, I suppose. She's really, really good at her job.
Draco,
Okay,
can I
so we
roll a
need
history
to
check?
let's get into your house and we're gonna put a pin in that there.
I'm sorry, Brodden, what were you saying?
Can I roll a history check on the feather? And also on Dan, because he's like an old friend. Morel's got his
Yeah.
memories back, so he might recall the people who he fought alongside with Dan if he knows who this call sign is.
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Alright. 15.
With a 15, you remember that there was a woman who came into Barovia with Dan. Elven woman who was a hunter by trade. You swapped some stories with her. You learned that when Dan and her went adventuring originally together, they fought a giant reptilian creature that had feathers all over it called the King of Feathers. This appears to be one of the feathers from that creature, and the only person that would have that is Elise.
Raul's just gonna take a look at the feather, kind of squint, and his eyes are gonna open wide. He's like, "Done. We have to go. She might be after us."
Okay, who is she?
She was a great hunter that fought alongside Dan. Listen,
Why
if I
would she be
survived that
after
encounter with,
us?
I don't know.
Because she's probably no longer human. Well, elven, excuse me. She's probably a vampire spawn now.
If I was able to survive that encounter with Strahd, she was a whole lot stronger than me, so Strahd probably found use for her.
We need to... And before he finishes his sentence, an arrow shoots at the ground by his feet. And, Chaco, would you like to describe Elise for, everyone as she and some vampires walk up?
So, to basically everybody, obviously except Dan and Ro, you all see a wood elf woman, average height, average build, dressed in studded leather, wielding a bow that is designed in the likeness of snakes. Yes, I kept that. And nothing else would really seem to be off about her except for the red eyes. And she is staring daggers at Dan.
There's also, Van Richten is alongside her, who you have met. He smiles briefly, revealing his fangs, and then goes back to a dour expression as he looks at ease. Dan is going to chime, "Hello, long time no see, Elise."
You can say that again.
Are you gonna do it literally?
Literally?
Are you gonna say it?
She
again?
just gives him a look like, I'm not going to mince words with you, Dan. It's time. I'm sure you figured it out by now.
I was afraid that this was going to happen at some point if I kept trying to fight against Strahd. Just really hoping it wasn't going to happen.
I can't say that I'm not bitter. I waited for a very long time hoping that you or Rahul or somebody would come find me and rescue me, but at some point I gave up, and you know who gave me an offer I can't refuse.
Kardak just looks at this woman. This seems like a fucking weak move, you ask me.
Bo immediately trains on Kardec.
Now,
She sees that he has had his bow like pointed right at her face the entire time. Let's not do anything rash now.
Nice toy.
I'd like to get up and or let you see it up close and personal if you let me.
I really like the sound. Sorry.
Um,
It's just a really nice audio for this. Draco.
thank
For what
you.
it's
Also-
worth, Dan, I never wanted to do this in the first place. But I'm not left with any other option.
Before initiative is rolled, while Kardak had you distracted, I think Dan is going to use the Helm of Telepathy to try and get in. Will Elise allow him, or do you want to make the Wisdom saving throw?
She'll allow it.
Right.
Begrudgingly allow it, but she'll allow it.
All right. And I'm going to shoot you a message about what he asks you. Okay, I'm going to also try and send this again. Okay. And
You guys, above game, you guys don't know how long we've been planning this.
yeah. I think it's been since
Me
like the
above game.
beginning.
Like me above game, I'm like somewhere out there Zeno is there and he's crying, he has no idea why. Like two of his best friends are fighting each other.
Clover will keep her eyes on Elise and talk to Dan for a second. Do you want her put down fast, or do you want to try to talk her out of it?
You notice his hand is connected to his helmet. You get the feeling he might be having a conversation mentally at the moment, but he looks at you. I'll let you know on that. Alright, and I have just sent the message to you.
Clover looks over at Kai. We might want to target her first.
I'll target everybody.
You're not getting extra audio, are you?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check because I hear things that I don't know if it's picking up on stream. On either stream.
Gotcha.
It could just be you.
It might be, yeah.
No, I can hear. It's not like.
That's what I mean. It could just be on your end, like you're hearing something that we're not hearing.
Yeah, I'm not hearing
Well,
nothing.
yeah, I know it's on my end.
Ah.
I could hear it from outside of my door, which is unfortunately open because a certain four-legged creature wanted in.
Antonius?
Yeah, let me just Yeah, let me just let in a fictional creature into my room.
Yeah, sure. What's the problem? I don't understand.
Wait, also, would you consider Antonius four-legged or two-legged?
I mean, two-legged, he's
but he could go 4
bipedal.
legs.
Yeah.
If you, Elliot, if you're saying that Antonius has been a quadruped this entire time, they're literally just a house cat that talks to people.
Yeah, but like,
But how would
Which
he
makes all the-
walks
which
on
makes all
two
the weird-
legs?
how would he play instruments then if he wasn't
Yeah.
4?
And that makes all the
Honestly, I just picture Antonius as the cat in a hat.
Oh no, no, no,
makes-
no, no,
that
no,
makes
no,
that makes all
no.
the
Except-
weird flirty stuff that Antonius done even more creepy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not
Let's see,
cat in
which
the
cat in the hat are we
hat.
talking about? The classic one, or are we talking about the live action one?
Yes.
Ah.
Good question.
Like the
Ah.
live action one.
Yeah.
So excited!
Son of a bitch! Oh,
I cast Furball.
Eh. We're just vamping as this very tense situation is going down.
Wait, could
It's
I
supposed to be a
actually?
dramatic moment.
Wait, how would I do cast Furball if I were to do cast Furball?
I mean,
No, you
you.
just vomit.
Yeah.
You just vomit. Nothing happens except you vomiting.
Fail a con save.
No, unless someone made a
Intentionally
spell out of it.
fails con save. But
This is
like,
supposed to be a dramatic scene.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could have went to the chat of fate.
Anywho,
We could have.
Clover will say, well, we need to prioritize the most deadliest ones first, and
I
she
know.
points to
but-
Elise.
I see that,
And-
that motherfucker over there. He looks at Van Richten.
Hmm. Van
Yeah,
Richten is
uh,
regarding you, but he's more fixed on ease, it seems.
Oh, he's pissed.
I was about to say those two will be the more deadlier ones.
And I'm saying that I can probably hit everyone at once. If they stay near me.
But we have to be careful though, Clover. Both of them are very trained and powerful hunters. They might be on par with even us, if not stronger. We must not take them lightly.
I never take a target down lightly. They're not the only trained hunter.
That's good.
That's why I'm trying to prioritize which one to go for first.
Also, I'm out of going big for today, so.
Dan is, he chimes in really quick. Keep in mind, Elise is on my level. Combat-wise, I'm obviously a caster. She's more martial, but she does have spell capability as well. It's just not as focused in it.
I have replied.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Bolt is just pulled out his pistol and is just like flexing it, and Elise is just looking at it like, Elise would see him flexing the pistol. At one point, I would have had a friend that would have actually had a keen interest in that, but those days are gone.
One last message to send, and then we'll start rolling initiative. Alright, I have sent the second message. Dan takes his hand off of the helmet, tears in his eyes. There's no way around this. Do what I must. I'll end your suffering. I kind of just sort of grouped you all up together. I'm going to make a circle for you to rearrange yourselves as you see fit before combat, how you think you'd be in marching order. Okay, and let's move that ever so slightly. Okay. And let me know where you'd want the PCs as I switch up the music.
Go right here.
Right here. Be
Keep her there.
let's do that.
Oh shit! What?
Commence boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, this is the boss music for Sniper Wolf from MGS Twin Snakes.
It seemed appropriate.
We're fighting the sniper.
We have 3 snipers.
You do?
Kai,
I
you're
got
so
so
ready for
distracted
this.
by the music, I forgot initiative is a thing I need to do.
Yeah.
Christ, Elise, good job with that. Good job rolling that initiative.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oh. Oh, no Chaco.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Rictavio.
One way or another, how's it gonna feel to kick your own ass?
That is an interesting feeling. And Bolt, as is tradition, at the top of the order.
Damn, all of the enemies rolled absolute garbage.
I can roll one character well and then one character absolute garbage.
They
Apparently.
rolled better than me.
Why can't I
There you go, you're
open your
fired.
sheet? Why is it not allowing me to open that sheet? I opened all the other ones.
Which sheet?
It's not allowing me to open Dan's sheet. Okay, there we go. I did it manually. I'm supposed to be able to shift click and open it, but it just was not going.
Kai, what is your dex?
Oh wait, I had Quinby clicked, didn't I?
2, but I also got a natural 20.
Oh, Draco.
And turn.
Oh yeah, you did. Alright. I'll let Kai go before Bolt then.
Okay.
Technically, you'll go after, because I got 23.
Good. Just gotta
Okay, you guys are good to go. We'll hold up the rear.
Protect the squishies.
This boss fight might be easier than I thought it'd be. I mean,
Yes.
I'll be real. Elise is is a bit tanky, so I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I could always make it a bit more difficult. I have ways. Oh,
If you wait.
did, Broaden, you have control over Elise's sheet, right? Or,
Sorry?
not Elise, Irina. Irina.
Yeah, I got her. I got hers already.
You
We
rolled her
both have
initiative?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, we're literally
fine.
going after each other.
Alright, there we go. Let me fix that, because I scrolled on the wrong section.
Also, I just want to say, fuck Rangers for only having 6 spells available at level 10.
Yeah.
You're designated to do one thing very well. Everything else is specialization.
Yep.
Mm.
Good old 3-5 ranger.
Yeah.
I think we busted if we build them right.
Yeah.
Remember
I mean,
cats.
Also,
Oh god.
Draco knows, but most of you probably don't. Who said she's just a ranger?
I assume you have vampire bullshit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of whatever stuff you have, so it's gonna be. Hey.
We're gonna have fun.
You know, it's just a level
by the way, it's
14.
Gonna have nuts in it.
By the way, Draco, what time of day is it?
At this point, I'd say it's probably winding down. Like, let's see, they went to...
no.
Like, there is no sun problems for vampires, because the cloud cover, so you're fine in that regard.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so you won't have to suffer any of those effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can thank Big Daddy Strahd for that.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be fun.
Alright, I think I've rolled all of the NPCs except for Lily.
Oh god.
This is going
We're
to
all
be
over the place.
fun.
Shield Guardian's not doing great.
It's there to be pretty.
Yeah.
I
Look
mean,
how
Does
shiny!
still have that lightning bolt.
It
does
does
have that
still
lightning
have
bolt.
that lightning bolt, yes.
Okay, great.
I kind of want to imagine it spending the whole time as combat's going on to just transform it into a railgun.
Yeah. I believe it was the chainmail variant of Tiger. She's got, like, armor, Lily,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Lily's out here.
Yeah. Actually, no, wait. That's a good point. You guys probably left her in the house. There wasn't really a reason to bring her.
Please don't kill my cat.
We are not killing the cat.
If anyone could, Elise absolutely could and would. And Dan would probably be out front because he was conversing with Elise. Even though that's not the best position for him, it's where he would be because you got blindsided here. Is everyone where they want to be? Oh wait, I have 3 more people to place.
3.
Quinby, I think, will be like right here. He was curious about the megaliths, so he was actually probably closer to the front. So we'll put him there. Eastmark would be with Irina. We'll say that they are back here, unless anyone has an objection to that or want them placed somewhere else.
Antonius is
should be-
like, why does this little Kinder keep showing up right next to me?
You two are best friends.
We're
Leave him
BFFs.
alone.
Quimby will think that they are best friends. Antonius does not.
We're the
Yep.
parents that force you to hang out with your little sibling.
Don't worry. It's going to end up a stepbrother moment eventually.
Mm.
I was gonna say
No,
no.
they're gonna
no,
start sleepwalking and throwing someone down the steps.
Oh
Quimby
wait,
and Antonius are like Tom and Jerry, except without the violence towards each other.
yes. Oh my
Well,
god.
we haven't gotten to the violence part yet, probably.
You just noticed the shield guardian rolled literal 0. Oof.
0, yeah.
Clover's on first.
Can I go first since you got a nat 20?
Oh, I didn't notice that. I just noticed the numbers, so let me swap that around then.
Okay.
Wait, I see Elise rolled a 22. Why isn't she up at the top?
No, she rolled a 10. That's Bolt.
Oh, I see. Because you changed your picture, and that's why I gotcha.
Yeah. Now, at least roll a 10.
You should swap,
Just-
when you're doing it, you should swap the
Yeah, I
the
forgot to
as.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me see.
I
Yeah,
said
got the nat
as,
20.
not the other word.
Let's just go up.
So 3 of us have a 5. Do we roll for that?
Yeah, well, let's look to see. What is your dex?
My deck 2.
Ease has a 4.
So
So
it'll be ease.
no, that's Irina.
Irina's at the bottom with 1.
I grabbed the wrong token. That's on me. All right, so
Irina would be at the bottom because she has a +1, and me and Kardak are tied.
all right, so the two of you need to do a roll off.
You want to roll up, or do you just want to go? Or do you just want to go first? I'll let you go first, Kardak. You get in there.
Yeah, I'm not second to last.
Huzzah! All right, now Kai, feel free to take your turn. Sorry about that.
Okay. I moved up a little bit, and I'm going to use my symbol of Ravenkind to emit sunlight.
Okay. What is the range out to?
30 with bright, and additional 30 for a dim.
Oh. Hold on. I just realized something because of the positioning. I think Dan would have told you about his robe. His robe of, damn it,
He
where is
did
it?
not. I don't remember.
I mean, I'm saying off screen so you would know the information I'm about to tell you. I just have to find the dang thing. There we go. Alright, and Robe of Eyes.
Ruby.
So, his Robe of Eyes, there's a little feature on it. It allows him to see like 360 range, dark vision, 120 feet, invisible creatures. It's very cool. But if a light spell is cast on it, or the daylight spell is cast within 5 feet of the robe, he's blinded.
It's not a spell.
It's still an ability that is the daylight effect. So I would...
Yeah.
It's not the daylight effect.
You're
It's
also
the
not
daylight
5
effect.
feet.
Yeah.
So,
You can
never
also just
mind.
tell him to shield his eyes.
He should be fine. Well, he can shield his eyes, but all the robe's eyes also count as his eyes at this time, so he can only shield his. He would go blind. Oops. Damn it, I keep accidentally scrolling on here because I keep forgetting... Okay. So, where is it being cast?
It's just centered on me.
Okay, so 30 feet from you, and bright, and dim, and 30... Okay.
Yeah.
So let me
It's like
give
at
you
the
an
bottom.
aura.
Spending 5 charges.
Actually, I could turn on the dynamic lighting, but it's probably easier just to do this. No, I'll do the dynamic lighting. We'll give you light. Bright light, 30. Low light, 30. And then I guess I'll just turn on dynamic lighting for the battle map, just so we can see the radius on that. Dynamic
Which is
mode.
everywhere.
Mode. Okay, so we'll turn daylight mode off. What did that do? Okay, perfect.
All right. And now on my turn.
All right. Oop. And that'll bring us to Clover.
Clover takes off her short bow and steady aim. For bonus action, she's going to use sharpshooter, and she's going to shoot towards Elise. Or nat 20.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna hit.
Oh. Well,
32.
32 damage.
Yeah, that's a big chunk. I got it, Draco.
All right.
Second attack. She's also going to do another sharpshooter. This one does not get sneak attack. Nine?
Doesn't hit.
And Clover just like stares at her and grins, and that'll be her turn.
And that'll bring us to Bolt.
Bolt is going to, let's see, see, this is now the fun part is I'm playing 2 different characters and I have to make sure that I don't do the thing of like, for the sake of safety, I'm not gonna have Bolt attack Elise because I know exactly what I would have Elise do if that happens. So, Bolt instead is going to target Van Richten.
All right.
Bolt is going to, right in that little circle, drop a shatter.
Okay. And that is con, correct?
Yes.
Which I think they make at disadvantage now that they're in sunlight. I think. I don't know all their
say
penalties.
they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, not saving
Okay,
throws.
Not saving throws. Okay.
So Rictavio got a 13, which is a fail. And I keep saying Rictavio because that's what's on the sheet, but it's Van Richten. Rictavio was his cover name. I'm just using the sheet. Vampire.
That's 12 thunder. That's 12 thunder damage for a failure.
All right, and let's see, con. Ooh, natural 1 for that other vampire spawn. That's rough.
Jesus.
Failed. And then let's see. Oh, they all failed. Well, that makes this a lot easier.
Can you also show their health really quick?
Oh, is it not showing? Okay, hold on.
Contractual obligations.
Van
We
Richten.
all have to have each other's health.
See. Let's see, who is it not showing for? It's not showing for the vampire spawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did a decent amount of chunk.
Yeah, you did about a quarter of her health.
I mean, that's
Like
a
I
good
said,
sneak
Elise
attack
is
for you.
tanky, but I just rolled like crap for her health pool.
Alright, there we go. Now all their health bars should be there. And, is that it for your turn, Bolt?
Yeah, he's gonna stay where he's at.
Alright. That'll bring us to Antonius.
Okay. Antonius will. What will you do? He will. Use arrows towards this one.
Alright, that is Van Richten.
Do I have the? How far is that? Okay. Is that what
plenty
you
of range
need
for a bow.
for arrows?
Yeah.
That is okay.
You got bows can shoot for hecka long range.
I'm also gonna move over just a smidgen. Use my longbow. Will that hit?
19, I believe that does. Let me just double check. I was adjusting chat's view a little bit. Yes, that hits.
Okay. 7.
Minus Let me look at something real quick. How do they treat it? Ah, okay, so he would have that too. For everyone that did do an attack, well, I guess more for Elise. Keep in mind, Elise being a vampire spawn has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I did forget. I forgot that.
So, adjust accordingly. I don't... Was Clover's attacks with magical weapons, or no? Just regular piercing?
The bow and arrows regular piercing.
Okay, so then yeah, you would have taken half as much damage as you did from her attacks.
Oh, it was. I'm trying to remember. It was
32.
32.
Yeah.
So half of 32 is 16.
Yeah.
So I had to add back 16.
Mm-hmm. And I took off Van Richten, who, you shoot your bow and it lands in his shoulder, and he just grabs it and pulls it out, throwing it to the ground after he snaps it in two. It doesn't seem
Wait.
like he was affected as much by it as you would hope he
So-
would.
Did it get pierced?
He did get pierced. He took half damage because he is resistant to
Ah.
non-magical piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing. Anything for your bonus action?
I will use a bardic inspiration on this one.
You're giving bardic inspiration to Elise?
Wait. What is it called? Magical inspiration, where I can use it on the enemies.
No,
So-
that's cutting words.
Yeah.
You have I think it's unsettling words. You have it on your sheet.
Yeah, that's unsettling words.
Feline, cats, darkness, jack of all trades, rest, inspiration, silver tongue. Yeah, unsettling words. You can... I'll just click it. That one.
Okay.
You can spin words laced with magic, unsettled creature, causing it to doubt itself. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your bardic inspiration. Choose one creature that you, within 60 feet of you. You roll the die. Creature must subtract the number rolled from its next saving throw it makes before you start your next turn. That is,
So I need to roll.
yeah. Your bardic inspiration die, whatever it is at this point. I think it's still a 6 because you have rogue levels as well. Your
Would help.
Okay, we're back. There we go. Unfortunately, because I had to end task, this is a later me problem. I'm going to probably need to
Stitch it.
edit the streams together. Okay. Everything was going so
at
well.
least technically you can grab stuff from my stream if you need to.
I think we should be fine. But let's get back into the action. Why am I not... Oh, wait, because I'm already on that screen. There we go. Okay. And you, I want that. Okay, so...
R.I.P. shared chat.
Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so before that happened, what were you saying, Chaco, Elise was doing?
Never mind. It's not going to work.
Ah. Okay.
I just rechecked the spell. It's not gonna work.
Okay, and I have
Why won't it work?
the circle. It's something that Elise has. Okay, there we go. My moonbeam is set, and now to actually roll the moonbeam for Dan. Let's see. He is going to want you to find peace. Let's go for... What slots does he have at the moment? I mean, he could use his higher tier slots, but I don't think he's going to do that. We'll go with a good solid level 4.
Please roll crap.
Okay, so that is 13 plus 8. And plus
Alright, con save.
8. And yep, that's 21.
Elise is not good at these. That's a nat 21.
But you also have
You
to
also
subtract
have
8. So that would be...
Is she a vampire? Because she is in the daylight.
yeah,
Doesn't
but
work
that
on saving throws.
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
it doesn't work that way.
So, because of the Bardic Inspiration, or the cutting words, unsettling words, that brings your natural 21 down to a 13, which is well below. You take the full 21
Okay.
radiant damage.
Yeah, I didn't see the cutting words. Alright, so that's
Unsettling.
21. Alright.
And for his bonus action, let me look at his stuff.
Elise would just say, as expected from you.
Admittedly, I do have a favorite spell. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, also, another fan favorite of mine. You start glowing a dark blue color. You failed your saving throw, so whoever attacks Elise next will have advantage on it. On attacking her. And that will be Dan, bringing us to Evie.
Yes.
I forgot to do the Latin. It's fine.
Let's see what I'll do here.
Ignis Malficia would be Witchfire. That he shouts, and of course we all know Trabum Lune.
You know what, fuck it. She's gonna go over here. And try to hit Ben right there.
A 13 is not gonna hit. $16 will,
6,
just barely.
Okay. 5. Bonus action, pop, pop.
Yeah,
10
not gonna do it.
and 22.
That'll do.
He needs to make a dex save.
Okay. Van Richten. Dex, he's not trained in that, so flat Dex. For 14.
Apparently he must make a strength save too. He fails, gets pushed
think
back
you
15 feet.
You pick one. I think you pick one of those.
Oh, you pick
Yeah,
one.
you
pick
pick
one. Okay.
Dex for prone
Yeah,
and
not
strength
prone.
to push him back.
I need to read more on the open hand technique, but yeah, he's fallen prone.
Okay. Let's grab the prone token. Whoop. He shouts, "Hey, I said I would be able to take him!"
I can't because he's here.
Yeah. Evie just shrugs. Goes,
It looks like you could use a little bit of help.
yeah. I'm fine. Get the other vampires. Alright. And that's it for Evie?
Yes.
That'll bring us to Quinby.
Cool animation.
Hmm?
The hand one is such a cool animation.
Okay, Quinby. Let's look at your spells. See, that's a 30-foot cone for that spell. So let me see what that would look like. Well, he's not going to cast from there because that's going to get Evie. So,
Well,
but
she has a little bit of dexterity. She has evasion. She can take it.
20. All right, let's try from here instead. That could work. All right. I know you don't really want helpies, but I'm gonna give it. It's any consolation, I'm doing it because I'm attacking the other vampires too. And they need to make a con saving throw. Let me grab the effect, because to frost. 30. There we go. Alright, so Rhymes, Binding Ice. Let's see how they do. Elise needs to make that Van Richten in a vampire spawn. It is another con save.
Real quick, as that's happening, you're gonna just see Elise look at Quimby and just give him a smile, and her form will shimmer a, kind of like a whitish blue. Hey, guess what? Absorb elements, bitch.
Lessens the effect in storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit the melee attack, they take an extra d6 of frost then. He looks... Uh-oh. Van Richten, on the other
Still a
hand...
con save, right?
Yes, still a con save, but you're going to be taking half.
Yeah, just half regardless.
Yeah. 21 divided by... So you would be taking 11 damage. And...
Those who fail are stuck in place.
Yep.
Still a decent chunk.
59.
And no
Another
move.
creature
10
can
away
use
from
their
a
action to
nice
break you
number.
free.
Sorry, what did you say?
Hmm? Okay, let me
I accidentally spoke over Broaden. So, what did you say?
No, I'm just saying another creature can use their action to break someone else out of the ice.
Ah.
So, Van Richten can't move, and Elise, because you did fail, can't move, but you didn't take as much damage. And that will bring us to... Oh wait, he could use his bonus action to taunt. But would he, considering... You know what, Kender, no fear.
Yeah, he has no fear.
He's gonna get swarmed right now.
I'm going to... Okay, so you can absorb elements. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? I don't think so. And,
Well,
Quimby,
would,
no.
would Quimby know that it's all elements or just the one?
I mean,
Is he smart
Only
enough to
the
know what
pistol.
the spell is?
you
Yeah.
know what? I'll roll Arcana.
It is a level 1 spell. He should know.
He has a 5. He wasn't really paying attention in that class. Just sort of goofing off.
His eyes were crossed when he was saying that.
It's a spell you can learn. It's on the sorcerer list.
It
Just
is?
play a pistol
Huh.
spells.
Yeah, Rogue Elements is a sorcerer spell too.
Well, yeah, but I don't know it naturally, so therefore it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Alright, so, Elise, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Or you will have disadvantage disadvantage when you target anyone who isn't Quimby on a wisdom saving throw fail. And Quimby's... Where'd it go? There it is. He's 13, so you just barely make it.
Let me make sure I put my picture back.
And then... Right, and that'll bring us to Yuki, who is going to bravely run up to Elise and bark, giving the help action to whoever attacks next. Although the next melee attack on it has advantage. Or, technically, she already had that advantage from Dan's thing, but hey, that's only for one. Now the next attack will have Yuki help after that.
I like to feel that Elise just seeing Yuki and just can't help but be like, oh.
She's visibly struggling to stay stone-faced.
Yeah,
Like,
probably
I'm sorry,
why.
like
little
betraying
one.
Dan is one thing, but Yuki was her. Like, you can't hate Yuki.
Yeah.
No, she just looked out at Yuki. I can't hate you.
But she
At
could
least look-
try
at
and
least look at all the other
persuade
vampires.
Yuki.
At least look at all the other leave the dog.
Yeah, at least would be like, Elise would be like, if you touch the dog, I will kill you.
That is the correct answer.
And like when you say I can't fight you, he goes, "Yeah, I know you can't. I wouldn't want to fight me either." And then continues barking.
Oh, no.
All right, so
In Kardec's mind, he's like, he hears that, he's like,
Pretty sure they
Hurt my
take 20
life.
damage at the start of the turn.
they
Also,
do.
how I imagine the, you know, in Pokemon, how like when you don't have to attack in the raid battles or whatever it's called.
Hmm.
You can do the help or like the cheer. That's what I'm imagining you can do. Just cheering, and that's causing the stat increases for everyone else.
Wait, did I take out Van Richten's health too early? Because it's not his turn. Let me give that back.
No, he just failed a lot of saving throws.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Alright, so I got all of the vampires spawn their radiant damage from the sun. One of them is going to break the ice from Van Richten so he can move, using its action, unfortunately for that one. This vampire spawn's going to run right over here and attempt to first bite at Eevee. I don't think a 14's going to hit. Or not bite, claw.
No.
Okay, and let's see. And another claw. That is
That's
a
an actual
9.
one.
Oh, why would she have
That's an actual one.
disadvantage?
Because disadvantage. Because of the sunlight.
Right.
They're gonna need to
Oh,
call in
was it because
reinforcements
of
at this
Yuki
point.
help action?
Mm.
You said it's bright sunlight for 30 feet.
30 and additional 30 out as well, so 60 technically.
Like,
So Elise technically would have her vulnerabilities.
Yes. And you would take the 20 at the beginning of the fight. This vampire spawn is going to move out of the moonbeam, although I realize now I need to roll the moonbeam again, because she started her turn in it. Moonbeam. At 4th. Okay, and that one needs to make the con. Wow, that is a 21, so she definitely makes it. That would have been 25, so half of that. And that'd be 13. Minus 13. Right. So now she's going to exit, break Elise out of the ice. And then... well, that was 10 feet to get to there. She'll move another 10 to go and try and surround Eevee, help the other one out. And this one also needs to make that save. That is a 12. She is not as lucky. Minus 25. Boom. And can she make it down to... yes. She's going to try and get at Kai, the person making the sunlight. Claw. 22.
That will hit.
So she's not going to do the damage. She's choosing to grapple you and is going to try and make a bite attack. But I don't think 11 is going to hit.
That is a no.
Right, so she tries to bite at you after grabbing you, but you manage to just barely dodge out of the way before she can sink your teeth, her teeth in. And that is all of them, I believe. Because, yeah, you broke him out. I mean, I guess she could technically have moved as well, and I didn't have her move. Yeah. And now it's Elise's turn.
So first things first, starting my turn in sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Yep, that's
So-
20 from that.
I took that 20 damage.
And you are starting in Moonbeam.
So roll the damage, and I get to make a con save.
Yep.
Now, did I take the 20 damage from like the initial start of the fight, or is this for? Was that for now?
It's only on your turn. When you start your turn, you take
On
20
your turn.
damage from the sunlight.
Okay. Okay, so we're good for that. And then go ahead. 18, not awful. Let's see. It is make that con save. I don't have trust in Elise. That's a 14.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. You're taking the full 18. You
She ain't looking great.
keep in mind you do have the things the vampire spawn do, so you can grapple someone and try to bite into them to drain some blood.
First thing Elise is gonna do is get the fuck away. So she's gonna basically just retreat right to the back of the map here. And then, bonus action. Remember how I said you assume that she's just a ranger?
Mm-hmm.
Second wind. She's also a fighter.
Oh no.
If I'm
Oh,
going
plus
down, I'm taking someone with me. And that's 1d10 plus my fighter level, which is 4. I heal for 10.
All right.
Regular action. I got it. Okay, I got it. Elise, you're gonna watch as Elise just, her hands start to glow with, healing energy. And,
Good.
she is going... Actually, I have to make sure that...
Yeah, it might not work on
Draco.
dead.
I was gonna say Draco above game, would Cure Wounds actually work on me?
I think it mentions that it doesn't work on undead, unfortunately.
Let me
What
see.
description say?
Didn't it say it does the opposite? Actually, it actually hurts people.
No.
It just says the spell has no effect on undead.
Yeah, so it
Older,
would do
older
nothing.
editions, it would hurt.
Yeah.
Unless you got
I
weird
don't think-
vampire magic, then you know.
Yeah,
That bypasses
so
it.
Elise is just going to look at the party, and she's just going to look directly at Clover. Say, that was a nice little trick you pulled, but I can do you one better. And her bow is going to extend. She's going to knock an arrow, but Dan also sees her hand begin to spark with electricity. And, wait, that's a bonus action. Hang on a second. Can't do that quite yet. Never mind. What I will do... I should know my spells better than this.
It has been a bit since you've used Elise, to be fair.
I have... I had a spell, but
Oh.
then I forgot. Oh wait, bonus action. I already used that.
Wait, is this an older character?
Yeah?
Yes, she was part of our Curses, or not our Curses Strahd campaign, our
Tomb of
Annihilation
Annihilation.
game.
Ah.
She originally adventured with Dan in Chult. And,
Hey, Draco,
mm-hmm,
you see the circle, correct?
I do, yes.
Elise is... Let me make sure I've got the right material for this. She is going to put a finger up to her mouth. Let me... Yep, that's 120 feet, right? She's going to look directly at Clover and everybody, put a finger directly to her mouth. And, boy howdy. Silence.
Radius. Silence. Let me make that. See who is in there. 30 feet.
And I'm
Oh, no,
I'm
20
casting
feet.
it directly on Clover.
Okay, so that would mean Quinby is silenced, Kai is silenced, the vampires doesn't matter for, Dan is silenced, Kardak is silenced, but he's also on the edge of the silence. Okay, and I want...
Is the circle... Where is the circle?
You don't see my... You see the big red circle that I made?
Nope.
You should. I don't know why you're not. I mean, chat can see it on their end, so I don't know why you can't see it. But I'm also making this green circle. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be able to see it, because I do have it broadcasted.
Let me refresh it.
Yeah, it might just be you have to refresh. Okay, but now I've made a circle, so...
Oh, now it's loading. There was a lag.
Ah, gotcha.
And Elise will just stay there. That'll hold you for a little while. And then she'll just look at Dan and say, but you know that I'm not done yet. Hey everybody. Action search. Guess what? Let's see. You know what? She likes playing with the archer. Hey, Clover, Elise is gonna pull her bow back, and I'm also going to sharpshooter.
Oh.
Nice trick. I can do it better. 16.
Can you?
Neat.
That hits.
Take 21 piercing damage.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Sharpshooter's really good.
Elise does not fuck
You guys
around.
should- You guys should see Clover get hit, looks at the arrow, looks back at her, cracks her neck, drops her bow, and pull out her rapier.
But I also have extra attack.
You do.
Can I do it
Oh.
again?
But wait, there's more.
Fire 2. Fire 2, also sharpshooter. 29 to hit Clover.
Eee.
Take another 27 piercing damage.
Ugh.
That bitch is mine.
Dan just seeing Clover get absolutely slammed with these arrows thinks to himself, thank God that arrow was aimed at me.
And that's actually, let me measure her.
Dan really said I wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Yeah. Damn, that is rough. God, it
Oh,
was...
okay.
Unfortunately, it might be the only attack she gets, but we'll see.
Alright.
Actually, she's got more range. I can move another 10 feet.
So...
Right
okay.
there.
Alright.
God damn it.
And that's it
And
for your
that's
turn?
my turn.
Right, that'll bring us
Yep.
to Eastmark, who is going to help with the vampire spawn in this area. He's not a spellcaster, so he doesn't need to worry about that. You gave him the one of the
I gave him
magic
the
weapons.
axe.
Yeah, I still haven't added that in here. I guess I'll
It
just
doesn't do anything to undead, it just hurts trees.
yeah. But hey,
If it's a battle axe, it has the exact same stats as the longsword.
okay, so then yeah, I can just roll the two-handed longsword. But an 11 isn't gonna hit, but he gets a second attack.
Oh, buddy.
14, I believe, also doesn't hit. It's just barely not
Fudge, you
enough.
need to- We need to teach you about flanking.
I forgot about sunlight.
Plus 27.
Okay, we should be
21.
back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Heal
check it.
yourself up.
Oh, she's still come free.
So we have to roll the fumble chart then.
Yeah, roll fumble chart
All
for
right.
Elise.
Oh, I forgot to grab my dice tower. One moment.
I'm just chilling on my bed right now.
But see, now you know what can happen.
Tracking is like non-existent.
Just, at least in her head, this would be so cool.
Yeah. Man, if I did this, that would be cool.
Be cool if that managed to hit. So I ironically rolled a 1 on the fumble chart, which means your weapon gets entangled in your clothes or armor. So you need to spend a round to get unstuck from your weapon.
Oh, good.
Okay, and
But does a 16 hit that vampire before we do anything?
yeah,
So
I
we
already
can
took
quickly-
its health off.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right, and that will bring us to Van Richten, who can move through an ally space.
He's also prone, so he has to get up.
Yeah, he only has 15 feet of movement. Not prone anymore. Could he... I mean, it won't really matter if he moves there, but he is going to use an action to disengage. He's trying to get to Ease, it seems, who, looks like she's going to be joining him soon.
Meeting in the middle.
Yep. And let's see. I don't think he has any bonus actions he could do, so that will be it for him. Brings us to Ease. Did I get the Shield Guardian in initiative? Yeah, that's right. He's 0. He's getting there.
Yep.
Again, you could try doing it such that the DMing stuff is on this other on your laptop and the other stuff is on the computer. Because I think what's happening is the lag is probably partially from CPU usage.
Maybe. 3 attacks. So that's one with the rapier, one with her hand axe or her silvered sword. Okay, 2 with the rapier. So one more rapier attack. Natural goddamn 20. Or 14.
The
14.
other thing is also RAM usage because each browser tab is more RAM that you don't have. How much RAM are you porting right now on that?
He has
thing?
16.
Yeah.
16 or 8?
16.
Okay.
I like when I built him I was like, yes, this is a quote unquote budget build, but I still made sure to give him at least that.
Okay, fair.
All of Isa's
I will
attacks.
say this though,
Mhm.
if it was built this, he would have had 32 regardless of what.
Alright, so...
Yeah, next paycheck is definitely going
Yep, that was my plan. Alright, so that is it for Isa's turn. For some reason it's not... Okay, there it goes. It's just taking a while. Van Richten's looking really, really rough. And she again looks at everyone. Please let me deal with this. He taught me how to fight. How to be a monster hunter. I want to help him.
Too bad most of us are in the silence, but I'll respect your wishes, Draco.
And that will bring us to Kardec.
So Kardec sees what at least try to do to Clover, and because he's in silence, he can't say it out loud, but he's just thinking, "Oh, that's cute. Let's actually see if I can. Let's see what happens when someone actually hits someone." And fire 1.
Nope.
Fire 2. 17.
Meat.
That means hit.
10 points of damage.
It is magical, so that would be the hole.
Alright. She's not
Hey,
looking
guess
great.
what? Guess what?
Action surge.
Ah.
That's right, I forgot you're a fighter.
Fire
Everyone's
3.
Everyone's a fighter in this party, apparently.
Apparently.
25.
That hits.
9.
Eh.
Fire 4.
God damn.
25.
That also hits.
8.
Yeah, she doesn't look good.
Lisa's looking real
Kardak. Real quick though. Kardak just looks at her and flips her off. That's turn.
Alright. Which brings us to Raoul.
Actually, real quick.
Oh.
He's gonna turn it like he's gonna turn his bow sideways, and with the hand that's holding the quiver, he's going to do the finger off motion where like it looks like he's doing an arrow strike. If you've ever seen that one before. Okay, now it's turn.
Alright, now it's Raoul's turn.
Alright. Let's move. Let's see, 25 up to right here. Let's see distances. Yeah, Lisa's looking really hurt, but Kai is also surrounded, so let's help him out. In a swift motion, Raoul pulls out the spear in one hand. He looks like he's gonna pull out the hammer, but hits a little lever and it's just a sword that comes out.
Alright.
And in that motion, Crimson Right, I take 2 necrotic as both weapons set on fire. And I'm going to town on this vampire behind that's grappling Kai. First hit. 25.
That'll hit. So that's
This is all magical damage.
Yep.
Alright, first hit. Second hit. 15.
15 will hit.
9 damage.
Minus 9.
And then my third hit with the offhand weapon, it'll be a 17.
And that hits.
For another 7.
Alright. This vampire's looking real rough.
As Raoul starts Beyblading.
And
I didn't bulk up, so I do not have my unarmed attacks.
okay. And that will bring us to Irina.
Alright. She's gonna run up to this vampire and try to get it off of Kai. 13.
Not gonna hit, just barely misses.
Offhand strike. 22.
That will hit.
4 or 5 magical slashing.
Okay, minus 5.
Yeah, as Raoul and Irene are trying to get this vampire off of Kai.
Right, and that will bring us
Turn.
to the Shield Guardian Erasmus. He's going to... Oh wait, that's 35 feet of movement. Okay, could he... He is large. Oh wait, no, that counts as 30 right there. And I will move him to the back. He's going to look at Van Richten and he's just going to smile and say to Van Richten, I named him after your son. And you can see Van Richten smile a little bit as the giant fist comes down. Yeah, that's going to hit, and even though it's not magical, that is going to be enough to take him down.
And here comes the giant fist.
Here comes the giant fist. He smiles at at ease. You've done good. I'm glad you found a Famet. And then he becomes paste. Right, and Erasmus cannot move further, so that will be his turn. Kai, you're surrounded.
I have told you, vampires, that I am taken. I'm gonna activate Crusader of Light as bonus action.
Alright.
Which gives me additional damage on fire radiant damage. And I'm gonna aim for this one.
Ooh.
Natural one.
Oh, I can do this.
I'll use my inspiration.
Alright. Then I will not play the thing. Oh yeah,
24.
that's gonna hit.
Could you roll it anyway?
Nah,
Just to see what it might have been.
I mean... You know what it is. And that is enough to take her out. How do you want to do this?
Obviously, he's silent, so he can't really say anything, but he shouted something, and he just stabs the vampire as its flesh starts to boil, and it explodes.
Yep. Explodes into dust and ash from your radiant sword.
Other one.
That's certainly gonna hit. So that would be 13, and that would be 6, so that's total of 19 damage to her.
Alright. That's my turn.
Right, and that'll bring us to Clover. And I mean, it's not Nan's turn yet, so that advantage on any attack on her is still in play.
Ooh.
Bonus action, cunning dash. And Clover is going to get right up in Elisa's face. And then she is going to stab her with the silver rapier. Guiding strike.
Okay. When you make an attack roll,
Add
you
the
can
10.
add 10 to the roll. Okay, so that'd be 21.
It'd be with advantage, so 23.
Oh, right, the advantage. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
She's going to drop a smite on this.
And this advantage hits, so you technically get sneak attack off of it too.
Oh yeah.
You're overkilling
Yeah,
Elise right now.
yeah. 21. So
You watch as I can do it.
Yep.
You watch as Elise smiles, drops to a knee. You think you have her, but you watch as some sort of magical energy around her just shatters, and she just looks up at you with the probably the most feral grin you've ever seen her have. I'm not down yet. Death Ward just shattered.
Yep. Someone, specifically Van Richten, had Death Ward that he could cast and did it before the battle on Elise.
You have extra attack, right, Glover?
Yes, I do. And smack again.
Well, you don't have that
I-
advantage this time, so that is natural 1.
Using my inspiration.
Valid.
Using my inspiration.
The Hylian gang ain't looking too hot right now.
Mm,
Nope.
Okay. Okay. She looks down at her and says, "Let's see who the real hunter is." And she grins back. Well, a devilish grin back at her. And that would be my turn.
right, that'll bring us to Bolt.
Alright, let's see. You know what? Our were-tiger friend here is having a little bit of trouble, so Bolt's gonna run up. Bolt is going to, with a smile on his face, just look at the vampire and just say, "Hey, I can finally do this now." And Bolt will produce the diamond, and guess what? Chromatic orb,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna second level it. And I'm going to, as is tradition, choose lightning damage.
Okay.
Oof, 11.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it, unfortunately.
Will Flash of Genius help in any way?
I don't believe so. I think Flash of Genius is only for ability checks, if I recall.
Click it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just ability check or saving throw, never mind. Alright, Bolt's just like, aw, I finally get to use it. And, he's gonna just dejectedly hang his head, and that's his turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Antonius. Yeah. Did they fall asleep?
Yelling.
Try poking them.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do I have my... I think I'm gonna have to, or someone's gonna have to take over Antonius if Yell is a bit indisposed. Wait, plug it in? Oh, here it is. Let's try. Okay. And it didn't sound tired is the thing. I don't know.
Is it my turn?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
it's your turn.
Sorry, I was just laying down.
Ah.
Don't grab me. The correct. browser tab. Wait, where did that browser tab go? Oh, because I refresh. Oh my gosh, it went away because I refreshed it.
Yeah.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
Oops, did not mean to drop that so loudly. I dropped my phone, it was kind of loud.
Let me do a longbow again. Who's still on the field? Okay,
A few vampires.
please don't make me refresh again.
And I need to adjust the view so chat can see,
Okay,
because I just noticed how far Elise is out. There we go.
Oops, okay. It is just... Who's still... Wait, now I'm confused.
There's at least 2 vampire spawns still attacking Evie, and 1 vampire spawn that's in between a bunch of us to the left.
It's this one. It's this one and this one that we need to get down, right?
Yes.
There's these 2. There's also one right here.
Okay. Longbow.
And 11 is not going to hit.
Did that hit?
It did not.
I don't think it did, but...
Can you hear me?
I'm going for this one because I
Hello?
think I have a clear shot.
Hello?
I hear you.
Okay, you
Yeah, I
can
can
hear
hear
me.
It does. It seems like yelling can't.
Yeah. That's weird.
It's because of they have their own stream up.
Maybe?
I do have my own stream.
Can you hear us yelling?
I can hear
Yeah,
Can you hear
because...
a little bit. It's just...
Could you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, because yeah, I said 11
I also
doesn't
had
hit.
like the... I also had the headphones partially off.
Ah,
Bruh.
So everyone was quieter.
Bruh.
Gotcha.
That would help or hurt. Yeah.
yeah. Alright, but yeah, that unfortunately misses.
Okay.
Draco, I also just realized Silence is concentration, so all that damage she was taking, I've been having to roll con saves.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's fine, you can roll them now.
I'm trying to remember how many times since I casted it I got targeted.
Well, there were certainly 3 times where you got hit.
So first one, fails, so...
Yeah, so Silence is
Nope.
down.
Motherfuckers, why do you keep coming up to me? Oh wait, I can talk now.
Yep. Spell wore down.
You just hear it screaming.
Antonius is like, over here is like, you were talking?
There was silence cast. Not important. Anyway.
Sounds like a skill.
Dan,
I'm
you
gonna-
like the bruh look. Bruh.
I'm gonna suplex you later.
Okay. So that would bring us to Dan. Okay, that is 40, 45 to there. And he's gonna hop on his broom and just fly across the ground because it's how he has the most movement. Bop. And for his next trick, he's gonna use his action to move the moonbeam over Elise. He's going to say, so she can hear, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me most, but I'm making up for it now. Rest well. And you can make the con save, but you are not going to survive this, we both know.
Can I do something really funny?
Sure.
In lieu of making the con save, can I make a grapple check as the moonbeam falls over leaves to yank Clover into it?
I will allow that. However, it's going to be a contested strength.
Oh, I get
I do
it. So you're
think-
trying to use Clover to shield it?
No,
No, just pull her
she's
in.
going
Just-
down.
Taking Clover
She
with her.
wants someone going down with her.
Can I do an acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Athletics or acrobatics versus whatever Elise wants to use athletics or acrobatics.
Alright, well, I got a +6, so let's do this shit. 23.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god!
God.
Well,
I think in...
Okay,
I believe it goes the
So what
attacker.
happens?
Because, like, usually in these scenarios it goes the attacker, so...
Does the sunlight affect this?
Does
Oh,
it does
yeah.
affect ability checks?
It does.
Yeah, it does.
So that...
So that would be an 8.
Yeah, so you try to grab Clover, but she manages to dodge out of the way just in time as the moonbeam comes careening towards you. The angry moon you know so well from your time in Schult.
Elise will just look at Dan. She's obviously trying not to cry, but she kind of just at the last moment lets it go, and she hits the floor and starts to just disintegrate as she just is just like just a very quiet and a more like a mouth thank you.
Dan is visibly crying, not trying to hide it at all.
Elise tried to do the middle finger. She tried to be like, alright, fuck it, I'm taking Clover with me if I can. Like, that entire fight, like, I would say, Dan, like, probably because of vampirism, you probably have never seen Elise that, like, she was kind of, like, you know, keeping her composure, but the second, like, Clover started stepping up to her, like, deep inside her, you saw it. She was ready for the challenge. Like that was probably the most like viscerally like happy Elise had been that somebody actually wants to step to her level. But now it's gone.
Yep. And that will be Dan's
You
turn.
just push- Clover just like slowly turns her head to Dan, looking pissed.
Dan will look down back to you. It was my friend. Anyone's going to take her out. It should be me.
No, Paul, this is my dog. I'll do it.
It's any consolation. Looked like she was enjoying fighting you.
She mutters under her breath. I was enjoying myself too.
Alright, and that will bring us to Evie.
Salutes in chat for Elise.
so
Finally, a worthy foe. This fight shall be legendary. Moving. What?
23 on
Yep.
the one to the left.
Yeah, that'll do.
She's dead.
Uh,
timeline.
Stunning. Has to make a con save.
That is 6. And con save for the spawn. And That is a 19.
Yeah, it passes. Gotta try that again.
Same vamp?
Same vamp.
Right, and another con save?
Nah.
Alright.
Well, I just do it to do it. I guess Flurry of Blows. Same vamp.
Right, 13 will not do.
Okay.
19, however.
How about that? Great.
Right. And that's it for Evie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that'll bring us to Quinby, who looks at the vampire behind him, looks at the two vampires over there. Little close for casting. Unless... Let me see.
You know, the sad thing is, above game, I actually feel kind of depressed because we had this whole time just hyping up the fight, and at least kind of got ganked, honestly.
Yeah, thanks to a low roll, at least didn't get to... And the sun, it sucks.
Like, look, hold on. There was one spell I was ready to use, assuming I could get the opportunity.
Yeah, that would have been...
I had lightning arrow.
Let's see...
One fucking spell.
It's a good spell.
Yeah? You know what? Hey, Kai. I learned a new spell recently. Check this out. And he's gonna hold his hand up, and grayish energy radiates from his hand, and get hasted.
What the fuck?
Right, and I'm just gonna move towards the big
Would haste
map.
kind of be like sudden, like, coffee burst
Kind of.
in universe?
Depends on how you cast it, I guess.
Yeah.
In this instant, if we think about snack, his sugar highs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that...
Just, real quick, I got above game and then I'll drop a bit. Somewhere in another timeline, like Elise and Dan are just hanging out on Chult, and she just looks at him and says, Dan, you're a good friend.
You are too. Right,
Get in
and
there, Yuki.
let's see.
And then just smash cuts back to the battlefield, and Dan is just bawling his eyes out.
Yeah. Dan thinking of what could have been had he never gone to Barovia. Right, and Yuki...
The darkest timeline.
Yeah. Yuki's gonna run up to the vampire spawn, start barking at it, giving the help action to Evie, and also flanking.
Hey.
Right, so it is the vampire spawn's turn.
They have to take 20 damage.
They sure do. And let's see how they do. Minus 20. Kai, the one directly next to you just evaporates, screaming in agony.
Oh, good.
Sunlight was enough to take her down. These two spawn are going to try and grab into Evie. 20's gonna grab and bite.
Wait, 8.
Oh, right,
It's
you're
8.
right, 8. I keep forgetting the sunlight gives them disadvantage. So then,
why it's so
bite
good.
doesn't happen. The claw, that's a 12, that doesn't hit. So the other one, claw,
Oh my god.
that is a 15. Does that hit?
Nope.
Nope, okie doke.
Just one off.
Claw number 2,
Natural.
and that is a natural 1. And do that. And also, since I can do it now, where is it? There you are. Right. I rolled a 3 on our
Gives
phone.
us joy.
I didn't even hear that, to be honest.
Oh, it was kind of low.
How?
I heard it.
2 rounds.
It was very loud.
Oh. Who's all deck? Okay, so the sunlight is a bit much for this vampire. She's trying so hard to grab into Evie so she can get a bite and heal, but she's disoriented. For 2 rounds, she loses her dex bonus to her armor class.
Oof.
And that is it for the vampires. Or at least the ones that
No wonder
remain.
Strahd didn't want this in our hands.
Yeah. That thing is incredibly dangerous to vampires. Sunlight in the palm of your hand, legitimately.
It's almost as if it's like an artifact.
You might even say an
No, that
item
can't be it.
of power, perhaps.
No, that can't be it.
No, you know what, you're right, that was silly.
Sun, wonderful sun, kill my enemies.
Here comes the sun.
Son of the sun.
Do 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 do. 18
You
will
take
hit.
the moon and you take the sun.
Get in there, you smark.
And with a 10, that is enough to wipe out that vampire spawn.
Come on, get the other
I'm so
one. Get
very
in there,
proud of
buddy.
him.
And yeah, he's gonna run over to the other one and swing.
He needs this.
Another 18.
Attaboy.
She is unfortunately still up, but hey, Ismark doing work over here. Van Richten is dead. Ease looks at the ashes of what was once her former master. She lets out a sigh and looks up at the vampire spawn. Single tear falls from her eye. Enough of this. And no fucks given, magic missile at 3rd level. Minus 14. Still alive. Very hurt. I don't think she has any bonus action she can do at this time. Let's see. No. So that'll bring us to Kardak. There is exactly 1 vampire spawn left.
Oh, I'm not gonna waste any time. But first off. Since he can't make it, he's just gonna move right here so he can get a clear shot. And once again, fire 1.
Oh goddamn!
That is a nat 20.
Unsurprisingly, that's gonna hit.
Boom!
Minus 9. She's looking real rough.
Fire 2.
Also,
15.
also hits.
Yeah. Her
And
dex bonus is gone from her AC.
6.
Oh no, that was the one that got ashed before. And yeah,
Oh,
that's enough.
okay.
How do you want to do this?
Right between her eyes.
Alright, you shoot her between the eyes, and she falls to the ground and completely turns to ash. Combat has ended.
I'm gonna do something funny.
What the fuck
Well-
did you do to me, Quimby?
Oh, I hasted you. Now you can hit more, and you're sturdier, but you're gonna be hit with a wave of lethargy, I think, after it runs out. There it
Just like
is.
what? And then just Family Guy hits the floor.
Yeah. When the spell ends,
Oh.
target can't move, take actions after its
Uh.
next turn as a wave of lethargy. I mean, it's not gonna last too long in the spell. It's you can't take an action until after your next turn, so it'll be a few seconds, but he'll get over it.
Check him out.
Bull just gonna walk up to Dan, put a hand around him, and just around his shoulder, just be like, you know, yeah, I know you hyped her up to be this really scary hunter lady, but your friend was kind of easy to take down.
Well,
having no subtlety whatsoever.
you do see he's been crying a lot. Well, she did her best, I guess, but there's too many of us, and the power of the sun is really good against vampires.
What's this?
Kai just gives
Well-
a very sleepy thumbs up.
Dan Bold is gonna. Oh, not mending. Sorry, excuse me. Dan is gonna just send you a quick message and like mental message. He's just gonna say, if we keep, whatever's left of her when all of this is said and done, what are the chances we could bring her back?
He'll respond.
I know it's the worst thing to say, but
He'll respond. She wouldn't want to come back. She was glad to be freed.
Glover's just standing over where the ashes and the moonbeam is, just gripping really hard on her rapier and is staring.
You got very lucky.
Credits coming over to where Elise's body was. Retrieve his arrows. Find peace.
When I mark someone as my target, I don't like other people killing them before I do.
No time for that shit here, Clover. This world is about survival.
Plus, it was Dan's friend. He had every right to do it.
there'll be others. Bolt says.
There's one big other.
Yeah, I mean, you can mark Lord Multibutt now.
I'm gonna hit him with a chair.
Back on the chair!
Trust me, there will be plenty to kill. But I was just gonna look over at like Ease and Dan and just tell Clover, just let them do their thing. They need to mourn. They both
You
lost
didn't-
someone very important.
You didn't see her face, did you?
I only remember her as she was before.
She was enjoying herself.
Was that from the thrill of combat, or was that from bloodlust?
The thrill of combat.
Kai shudders at that.
Then, if it was any bits that I remember, and I've only spent a little bit of time with her, she must have regained a little bit of her sanity at the very end. Unfortunately, since she was... Or I was just going to speak quietly to make sure that Dan doesn't hear. Unfortunately, since she is a servant of Strahd, her soul is now doomed to vampire. There will not be peace for her. As Marlo's going to lean down and like pick up something of hers and walk it over to Dan to hand it off as like a memento. Trying to give Dan some peace, but
I
Marlo
guess
knows
above-
that her soul is gone.
I was gonna say, I guess above game Draco, like, what would you have Dan want to have as, like, the momentum? I would probably say, like, probably the snake bow would be, like, a good one.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to want. The +2. It's a +2 longbow. Or.
Right.
So I can read off what Elise has, because you basically have access to it now. A quiver with 20 arrows, a staff, a hunting trap, some traveler clothes, a pouch, the bow she was using, a dagger, her backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, torches, rations, water skin, axe beak hand axe, bracers.
Assuming anybody would know what axe beaks are, because I don't know if they exist in Barovia.
Yeah, it's a funky
No.
looking axe. Not quite sure what it is, but
Do axe beaks exist in Thylea?
no. It's a creature that you would never have seen, but it looks like maybe it was the beak of a creature, but it looks like an axe. It's confusing. I think Dan, also being somewhat pragmatic, would allow someone to take the longbow that wants it, but he'll take the axe beak hand axe. You do notice when you come over, Raoul, that him and Ease seem to be hugging, but as you come close by, Ease just sort of pushes him back a little bit and looks the other way. Hello.
Raoul just hand the hand axe to Dan. You two must take as much time as you need to mourn their losses, but we will avenge them.
Yes.
It's okay to show weakness sometimes.
Of course. He's just
Raoul
sorts of...
pull both of them in for a hug. Just like, maybe just let them know, like, let it out. like, fuck it, cry.
Ease,
Just let it out.
Ease tries to fight you at first, but then she starts breaking down. Dan, who is already crying, is going to continue crying.
Being in this huddle of sadness, Raoul starts crying because he just feels the sadness. It's a big cry puddle over here.
Yeah.
Lover's going to take the bow.
It is a +2 bow, if you want to take it. There's a bunch of people that could theoretically use that. Kardec, you, Antonius.
I don't have a magical range weapon.
Yeah, you probably need it.
You don't have a magic weapon entirely.
Plus, it looks like snakes.
True.
Take it.
See,
it, buddy.
like, that makes me want it for Karnak even more now.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. You already have your
See,
magic weapon. You have two
see,
magic
the-
weapons, buddy.
See,
I know.
Here's the funny thing, like, Draco, you probably remember, Elise had both the snake bow and just a generic +2 longbow, so I just fused them both.
Yeah.
Like, we could say for shits and giggles that at some point she had her longbow, the snake longbow, enchanted.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, she had some bracers that are still back there. You don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
those are. Dan will need to
Yeah,
probably
I mean-
identify them if they're magical.
Yeah. Well, Clover, you can grab those. Just hold on to those as well. Braces.
I mean,
until
the
we
bracers?
get identified.
I mean, I do have it identified as well.
You could also... So Dan
just
and
grab-
Bolt could identify. Oh, also, Van Richten, he had a cane that can become a sword. It is a silvered short sword in sword form, and it is a wooden cane in cane form, if anyone wants that.
Oh no, a sword cane.
Yeah?
Does anyone else want another bloodborne weapon?
You know what the best
Doesn't
part
hurt
about
to
this
win.
is? This is in module as written. His sword cane is pretty great. Man gets a bloodborne weapon and they didn't even try to actively put it in there.
We can just hold on to it so I can use it if they want.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, above game, do you guys want to know what subclass of fighter Elise was?
Yes, because I can't
Jealous.
remember.
Yeah.
Arcane Archer.
Mm.
Makes sense.
If not for the
So she could've
vampirism,
gotten really nasty at those arrows hit.
yeah, I feel like if not for the vampirism, Kardak and Elise would have gotten along pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, above game, yes, they absolutely would have. Like,
Oh, Gomer
and
would too.
Mm.
but in character, as soon as he sees the fact that she was a vampire, he instantly didn't trust her.
I mean, there wasn't. I see. I thought about it when you messaged me. There was a thought in my head that was like, well, what if Elise decided like to fake being dead and like work with them?
Mm.
But then I also thought about like, well, I don't know if Strahd would fall for that, and also with how tight of a leash she has on Elise, he could very well just off her if she doesn't disobey him or whatever.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I'm just like, well, it would be a cool thought, but I don't know if it could happen realistically, because if somehow, some way, Elise survived, made it with the group to kill Strahd, and somehow got out of Barovia to find a cure for her vampirism, it was a possibility it could have happened, but we'll never know.
Yeah. I feel like Clover and Elise would have a, like, Gimli and Legolas sort of relationship.
Yeah.
There's always multiverse theory.
True. Perhaps
This is
an
just
Elise
one.
and-
This is just one in several possibilities. Like there could be a possibility where they came to Barovia and actually succeeded, or Elise never got captured, or maybe they never came to Barovia in the first place. Well,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Best universe. The universe where Dan and Elise don't go to Barovia. They get to live out their lives in peace. Alright, do we wanna... Where to next?
Let's return
Deal
to
with that
narrative.
later. You
You want to take a minute? We could just
need to take
sit here.
We can like our mission. Wait,
Right.
Clover
follow a
lives
friend is
Besides-
never a good thing. Press something else
Besides,
step.
Dave needs to work on some stuff anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, that's
Well,
right.
really-
I can read. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can read the book now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Right.
Above game, are we gonna take a long rest?
That is a good question.
Also,
I-
should we work on the book, or should we get the chest open first?
Well, the chest is
Yeah,
going to
but-
require Dan to have a long rest to get Dispel Magic.
Okay.
So I say like a long rest, just in case there's another combat inside the book.
Yeah, we should probably long rest.
So
Alright.
log rest, let him get the spell magic, and then get the chest open, then book.
Yeah,
So
that would probably be the plan.
yeah,
Wait, Draco Dan does not have any higher level spell slots besides 3? right
Well,
now?
he doesn't have Dispel Magic prepared.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, never mind.
He would
That's a
need to
problem.
prepare it.
Fair enough. Alright, I will go take a rest.
Alright, let's see.
I don't need to sleep. I've done nothing today.
Dragon's Breath.
I mean, I didn't really do much either. I was just sunlight. That's basically all I was.
Let's see. What am I
You
going
destroyed the combat, though.
off? Yeah. Here comes
Son of
the
the sun.
sun to them to death.
Yeah, son of the sun, bitch.
Guess I'll get rid of that spell for his Dispel Magic. There we go. He hasn't really used it all
Awesome.
that much.
Also, above game, how long do people need to go for?
Yes,
How
that's
long
a
can
good
people go for?
question.
I'm good because I don't have class until 12:30.
Yeah, I'm also good. I don't have to leave from work until 11:30 tomorrow.
And I have
Morning.
tomorrow off, so I should be fine on my end. But
I would leave it to everybody else then.
I got class at 9:30,
alright.
so I probably got a little bit longer.
Probably a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is actually realistically a good spot to end it. To have a like
Yeah,
a
I
big
mean,
battle.
also, we could, like, you take the long rest, get your stuff back, and Dan can open or dispel the chest. And then you can see what was in there in the first place. And we could end on that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
This is going to be one of our shorter streams if we end here. It's only been like an hour in, but yeah, people gotta get going, perfectly fine. Let me find the stuff. Where is Bereaved?
So, just above game, I'll just say Elisa's spells, in addition to Lightning Arrow, Silence, and Absorb Elements, she had Cure Wounds, which was useless, Hunter's Mark, which was also useless because of the Divination protection, since apparently Hunter's Mark is a Divination spell, for some fucking reason.
I mean, no, I don't understand. I feel like it should be enchantment, but whatever.
And she also had Spike Growth. So, like Hoshi above game, my idea was if for some reason it made it to her turn, I was gonna do one of two things. I was either going to try to heal myself and, like, try to bite at Clover, or, I was going to just say, screw it, kamikaze attack, either Spike Growth or Lightning Arrow, just straight to the face. Because if you didn't get in my face, I would have tried to get out of the sunlight long enough to, be able to, like, get her senses back and, like, try to fight at a distance, but it unfortunately just did not happen because I'm willing to admit I kind of underestimated the party a little bit.
No, Clover was going to chase you down regardless.
So, like, above board, my original idea was Elise comes with a vampire spawn for each of you, but I don't know if that would have been enough to swing the fight, really. Would have just been more vampires.
Like, considering how the fight went down, and I don't think two more would have really done much.
Yeah.
Also, given the fact that it didn't matter that people pretty much just ganged up on Elise anyways at the start. Because my original intention always was to basically just have Elise, and I basically wanted to 1v1 Dan with Elise, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. The rest of the party wanted to take out the serious threat, which, fair.
Yeah. I mean, I could have just had her announce it. I could have been just like, hey, the rest of you fuck off, Dan. It's just me and Dan. Let us 1v1, but it's a matter of whether or not anybody would have actually agreed to that.
Yeah. I mean, actually...
Honestly, Clover would.
Alright. So...
You know, at that point it was personal. It's like, are you guys gonna get involved in personal business, or are you gonna, let us do our shit? And how would Dan feel if she said that and somebody was like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna get involved? And Dan would have been like,
That's why Clover asks, what did Dan want us to do before the fight even started?
Yeah, and Dan was speaking with Elise to try and figure out what she wanted. And
like I said, there was a part of me that was like, well, if somehow she survived, because, like, my thought was that, like, I was prepared in the back of my mind for the thought, because it was a player character, I was prepared for the idea, like, alright, I'm probably gonna go down, maybe they'll try to capture me, and, you'll try to capture Elise and try to milk info out of her if they decide to do that. But that didn't actually happen, and I just got ganked, basically.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was actually what I was trying to do, is capture you for information.
Yeah.
Because Clover is a tracker / like, she likes getting information out of her bounties, or she hunts them down. Before she either kills them, she either tries to get much information out of her. That's why she looked at Dan when she killed her.
Yeah, because that was just like, yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, there was that idea in my head of like, well, if for some reason she agreed to team up with everybody to help fight off the vampires and go against Strahd, but then considering in her position what that would mean by going back on Strahd, and the fact that, he has the tight leash and he could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, at least probably if
No.
if she joined the party, would have just been turned against the party as soon as they were in front of Strahd.
Yeah.
But
See, and that's the funny thing because I had that idea in my head of like, if for some reason Bolt died, I was just going to have Elise be like the backup character and show up and help the party until they got to Strahd, and then he'll turn right there.
so in the chest, Dan casts Dispel Magic, and you open it, and 4 humanoid hands come jumping out. We could roll the combat, but considering how many people are here, and there's only 4 of them, I imagine you guys taking them out would not take long.
Oh,
No.
Kardec would easily like use his hammer and like crush at least 2 of them.
Hammer.
Guy's
Their
just
hands,
stabbing
and
them.
They
Yeah,
He's playing the knife game with all of them,
Or-
and he's just aiming
not
for
hammer,
the
his battle
palms.
axe. He would just slice them.
Like, if you guys didn't, Dan would probably just moonbeam the whole lot of them. Alright, that's that. So,
That's everything else besides the hands.
alright. So, in the chest is 1,300 gold, 500 gold gemstones, a vial containing some sort of potion, 2 spell scrolls, a pouch containing 10 plus 1 sling bullets, a set of pipes, some kind of instrument perhaps, and a stone that's shaped like a cat with 1 green eye. And
Bolt
Dan,
would want the stone.
Wilbur will look at the scrolls.
I think I know what the cat one is.
right,
I think
so
so too.
Dan is going to identify, and I imagine Bolt is also helping him with this, right? So we can get through them faster. So the potion in question is an oil of sharpness. We'll start with that. It is a clear gelatinous oil that sparkles with tiny, ultra-thin silver shards. The oil can coat a slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition. Applying the oil takes a minute, but for 1 hour the coated item is magical and has a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Ooh.
So I will put that for everyone, and you can decide. I will say that the pouch that contains looks like sling bullets, Quimby wants them because his Hopek staff can actually use them.
Oh my
Take
god,
it.
he's Usopp.
Go for it.
He's Usopp.
Yeah, pretty much. He does have a giant slingshot. That is what the Hopek staff is.
Draco, we found it. We found the One Piece.
We did! The spell scrolls are one for Mass Cure Wounds, and the other is a Revivify scroll.
Oh.
The sling bullets are +1 sling bullets, so they are a magical sling bullet for Quimby. I will just... Well, I mean, it's a +1, so you know what it does. The pipes are Pipes of Haunting, and I will show that to everyone. You must be proficient with wind instruments to use these pipes. They have 3 charges. You can use an action to play them and expend 1 charge to create an eerie spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears you must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom save or become frightened of you for a minute. If you wish, all creatures in the area that aren't hostile towards you automatically succeed on the save. A creature that fails the saving throw can repeat it at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. A creature that succeeds on the saving throw is immune to the effect of these pipes for 24 hours, and it regains 1d3 expended charges at dawn. I'm pretty sure Antonius has proficiency in a wind instrument, so probably
Give it to the bard.
yeah. And we have the Stone of Good Luck. While this polished agate is in your possession, you gain a +1 to ability checks and saving throws.
Who wants it?
Bolt already called it.
Yeah, he
Damn it.
wants the cat.
Cat wants cat thing.
Didn't you also want to identify Elisa's racers?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Cobra will hold
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah, he would do that.
Alright, so those are bracers of archery. Let me grab the archery because this one actually isn't in the campaign proper, so I need to look it up.
There you go, Scales.
While wearing,
Yeah, I was gonna say mine,
Yeah.
mine.
While wearing these bracers, you have proficiency with the longbow and shortbow, which I'm pretty sure you already do, and you get a +1 bonus to damage rolls on range attacks made with such a weapon.
Okay, so I'm even better now. That's not a bad thing at
Yeah.
all.
It does require attunement, but easy enough to do. Same with the Stone of Good Luck.
Clover will toss him over to Kardak. Fair trade.
What do you want?
She points towards the bow.
Towards his bow?
No.
No, Elise's
What they-
bow.
Yeah, Clover wants to
Yeah,
lose his
fair
bow.
enough. I like
Give
mine
you the
anyway.
bracers.
Hands her the bow.
Alright. And... Oh, there's one other thing that Dan would have taken since Elise is gone. The King of Feathers feather he would take.
So the sword wasn't in there.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. It doesn't list it right here. I have to actually read under that. Also in there is... It's weird. It is the hilt of a sword. It is magical, and Dan or Bolt can very easily identify it. Let me scroll down to the magic items. Is it Sunblade or Sunsword? Because both of them are in here for some stupid reason.
I think it's
The sun sword. The sun sword's the one in the campaign.
Here we go. Sun Sword. And I will show it to everyone. The Sun Sword. And... Oh, wait, it's not telling you on here what it do. It's a longsword. It is legendary and requires attunement. And, Raoul, you feel a special pull towards this blade, and you remember this was Sergei's weapon originally. I mean, it's broken now. It has a platinum hilt and guard. But Dan realizes that you can attune to this weapon. It is a +2 to attack and damage rolls, and deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage. When you hit an undead with it, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. The sword's luminous blade emits a bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 15 feet. The light is sunlight. While the blade persists, you can use an action to expend or reduce its radius of bright and dim light by 5 feet to a maximum of 30 feet, or a minimum of 10 feet each. And I will also share the Sunblade thing because the Sun Sword has the traits of the Sunblade, and I realize now that the Sun Sword doesn't have the Sunblade info in it, but the Sunblade has all the info for the Sun Sword. In it,
Yeah. Somewhere.
and
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yep. There we go. And, yeah, Raul, like I said, you feel a pull towards the Sun Sword. You know that this was Sergei's weapon. If you attune to it, you learn that the sword is sentient. It can't speak with you, but it can portray feelings and emotions towards you that it feels, and you feel immense happiness coming from the blade. It's glad to be reunited with you.
After feeling that emotion, Raoul lets out a genuine, I guess, laughter of happiness. Oh, it's good to be back.
And with that,
I already added onto my sheet.
you have all of the items of power. So, two things. I'm going to give you 2 levels for this. You beat Elise, and you have all 3 items of power.
Oh,
So I will gladly give you 2 here.
oh.
Oh,
Uh,
oh wow.
I thought the bringing back the witch lady gave us a level 2.
The seats.
That's
Yeah.
right. Let me look at my stuff.
I mean, I think we'll all take 3 levels.
Yeah?
That'll make it.
No, I will give you 3. It's a bit crowded like this, but because of the order you've done things, it makes sense to do it this way. So yes, I will give you the 3 levels you would get from getting the Sun Sword, beating Elise, and the Magic Stones.
Oh my god.
And Dave is going to become a level 3 fighter, which means he gets subclass then. And I'm pretty sure... Well, I have an idea.
Dodge!
Ah!
Go look at guy. Hey, guy.
Alright, so just double checking. We're gonna end at level 11, right?
So you were 8, 1, 2. Yep, 11.
You know the whatchamacallit? The wood that you need to get?
Huh?
Or the wood that you guys need to get for the ballista?
Yes.
Points to Dan.
Hmm? What about me?
Or was it Dave? Which one are we training?
Dave is the one
I'm
you're
training
training.
Dave.
Yeah. She points to Dave.
Dave's going to
Oh.
point at himself. What?
I think I get what you're saying now. You're grabbing an axe.
Okay. Alright.
Don't worry. It's only gonna hurt a little bit.
Ah. So I guess I'll say this above game. I'm making Dave a Eldritch Knight. He does have knowledge of
See, I
magic,
was
but
gonna
can't activate
suggest that.
witch spells. But since he has the knowledge, it makes sense for him to become a Mage Knight.
Literally gonna suggest that.
Wow. Glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah, because it just makes sense.
And Dave. Dan doesn't get any
No,
levels.
everybody that's around me cannot be feared.
Ooh, I get my aura of protection. And uncanny dodge.
Nimbly dogged. Okay, so when
And I
we
can
get
improve smite.
Ooh.
really rolled a 3.
Or do you just do average?
Yeah, we could do average. That would have been a
Gonna roll
4.
intimidation to make him roll again.
Do it again. Well, that was for Quinby, not Dave.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next. I figured I'd get Quinby first. Starling at 6th level, divine energy coursing through you can empower healing spells. Run allies in 5 feet of you. States determine number of hit points while restores. You can spend a sorcery point to reroll. Oh, that's cool. So when Quinby or anyone else heals somebody, he can use a sorcery point to make you reroll if it's too low.
Ah.
And let's see, what does he want to do? Should I give him a feat, or should I give him the ASL? Or ASI, I should say, not L.
Guess just leave that on.
Did I give him Warcaster? I forget. I gave him Warcaster already. Could give him the mobile feat or something. No, I think I'm just gonna pump Quimby's charisma a bit more.
Mobile would be a disaster for anybody involved if he had it.
Whee! Running around all over the place. Okay, so
Just give him a knife, stab somebody, and he just runs away.
I mean, he's got the Hopex staff. That has a sharp end at the end, too. It is both
I know, but
a
it's
slingshot
funnier.
and a shank.
It's funnier when you think of him just stabbing someone with a kitchen knife and
Yeah.
just running away.
Sorcerers. Yeah, I
This
guess
is just on forever now.
I guess we'll do the level ups now if we want. Or do we want to end the session here and then do this off screen? I suppose we could do either.
This stuff could be going on in the background while people are doing
True.
their outros.
Get a third level.
It is getting late.
A fourth and 2 fourth levels. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's start going around the horn. Chaka, where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Chalky Zombie 101. You can find me all over the social medias as some form of Chalky Zombie 101. I stream on Twitch sometimes on Tuesdays every other week when me, Hoshi, and Draco do Baldur's Gate 3. We're still continuing to solve the murder as well. We just blew up a fireworks shop, so that's a fun ride. And then
Yeah.
every other Tuesday when we're not doing that, you can find many of us here for our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, Phase of Our Lives, where I play our resident Wood Elf Spore Druid. On Wednesdays, you can find me here in this campaign on this channel, finally playing Bolt. And for real this time, no one else. Because that whole thing kind of got, thrown out the window here.
Yeah.
And then Fridays, you can find me and Daluna over on twitch.tv/TwitchThePerson for Power Rangers Cyber Strike, our Power Rangers Tabletop RPG campaign.
Oh, that could be really good for Quimby and all of you.
Guys, I got something. So,
Let's see. Next would be if we're going just down the list, that would be Broaden.
Hello, I'm Broden. You can only just find me here on Wednesdays being the very progressively getting less and less sad. He is actually more happy than sad. And Draco, I apologize, Farwell is now a monster. Even more.
Yeah.
Because he has regeneration now. Draco, you're fighting, you have a character who has 24 armor, 138 health, 45 speed, with regeneration.
Yeah.
I am a boss monster by myself.
And this is why
Pray I
I'm using
roll
the
low on
big
initiative.
boy Strahd.
Pray I roll low on initiative and everyone else has their fun before I go.
So...
But...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but that's pretty much just me.
Right. We'll bring this up before we go to the little... You know what Quimby can learn now at this level? Greater invisibility.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He could be a serious problem.
Do you know what I get to learn?
What?
I get to learn fucking Fireball.
Hell yeah.
You got
Also, I'm tempted for Quimby to get the Aura of Life. It is a 30-foot radius aura that gives people in it resistance to necrotic damage.
that could be useful against vampires.
So I'm probably going to tick that for him for sure. But, Daluna, where can people find you?
Where the hell are all these
you can
people?
find me at everywhere you find me. You know where you can, or what you can expect Kardak to use soon. Just a little spell called Counterspell.
Nice.
Have that now. I also have Storm Spear, which I have never gotten to use before. This is gonna be exciting. So, one thing I will point out for Power Rangers Cyber Strike It is entirely dependent on our availability. That's why we've been able to have.
You're cutting in
Like-
and out a lot.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is about Power Rangers Cyber Strike. We are taking into account that this is based on our availability, because as the saying goes, the biggest enemy of a D&D campaign is actual real life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we theoretically are going to have a campaign right now on Friday. I'm not going to say or confirm yes or one or the other. Like, just know that we are going to try, and we all hope that we. That's it for me.
But there's also like, yeah.
And next would be Hoshi.
Hello, I am Royal Hoshi. You can find me on all social media as Royal Hoshi. Tuesdays, you can find me, Draco Choco, playing Baldur's Gate. And hopefully, we don't blow up another shop. Well,
Yeah.
Choco won't blow up another shop. And every other Tuesday, you can find us on Burnouts Vaughn Shadow playing Phase of Our Life. Wednesdays, you can find me here playing your lovable Paladin Rogue Clover. And she now has Uncanny Dodge and Mobile. I will become a menace eventually. Um, and this weekend, I am actually going to do a stream probably on Sunday because me and my wife just now got done watching the new Devil May Cry Netflix show, and I end up buying the franchise bundle that is on sale right now on Steam for $19 for all 5 games.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Very good.
So I'm going to be playing through all of them until I beat them, because I only played the first one.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them. At some point, I do want to play them.
Is it on that mystery card thingamajig that I had bought eons ago
No, it's not.
that you currently have? No.
Devil May Cry was never a DS game.
But it doesn't just have DS games though.
I mean, from what I saw and experimented with, it only seems to have the DS games. The other games I didn't think were DS games turns out had DS game releases, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh.
It gave, like, the bundle that's on Steam right now gave me the Devil May Cry HD collection for 1, 2, and 3. It also gave me Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 5. And I am kind of excited to play it. So that is kind of it for me.
Right, and then, yep, Dan.
Hello, I'm Thanatos. I play Kai Vermilion on Wednesdays. I had a really good time. Really excited about this 3 level ups. I really looking forward to throwing a table at Strahd, or chair. Whichever is in the vicinity, really. Tomorrow I will be playing with the Lost Knights as Solvrook, the Leisurefolk Artificer, as we are still trying to get through this fucking puzzle in the Shadowfield to get to our friend Glurbo, but I feel like we're close. And normally you can find me here with Draco, of course, playing this, or with playing party games, or with the Lost Knights, or sometimes DMing with the Lost Knights on possibly Mondays now. That's kind of the plan that we're trying to do for next week, is to finish out the Eyes of Plenty. But, you know, scheduling kind of is an issue in D&D, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. And that's about it.
Right, and that'll bring us to Yell.
Hi. Hi! Okay, I should probably not be laying down for this.
Okay, now we're live on my end too. Sorry about that, chat.
Okay.
Now you're good.
Hi, I go by Yellow Tamando. I stream, not super consistently, but I will be streaming again in about 12-ish hours from now. And trying to finally finish that Pokemon. What's her name? The fire one?
Oh, I forget what her name is. It's
The one
M
you
something.
beat, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's something with an M, but I don't remember her name off the top of my head. The Fire Team
Oh.
Star member.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be on the tip of my
Was it
Oh,
Marley?
that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was okay, Marley.
Something similar to that. I know exactly. what
It's
you're talking
similar,
about.
it's not Marley.
Yeah, I think those letters are in there. For sure.
Mala?
You know what? No, I have to Google this.
Oh my gosh, this
I'm
is
already in the middle of it.
anyway, well,
It's
Draco.
MELA.
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 Oh, like, I know it's not Marley. There's no way.
I was kind of close. Kind of.
You had fun with that one.
I added an extra R that didn't need to be there, but, you know, close-ish.
It's alright.
Anyway, I still need to beat her, and I am trying to beat her with my Gothic team. AKA Ghost type and or dark and or just black looking. Anything that looks Gothic.
You got what's that one? Gothina?
I don't have her yet. I have. Let me see if I remember off the top of my head. Clodsire. The blue and black one. The Rookidee's evolution.
Corvusquire.
Corvusquire.
Yeah.
Then I have Murkrow. Great. I keep wanting to call it Graveyard.
Graveyard.
I still
It's
think you
the
should
dog
nickname
one.
him Gravy. Because you kept
I
calling him
should.
Gravy.
What's next? What's next?
This just
Okay.
makes me want to Pokemon battle both of you so bad.
So it's a Clodsire.
Honestly, I just want to play Scarlet and Violet again.
Corvusquire,
Right.
Murkrow.
I enjoyed the
Gravy.
DLC.
From what I've seen, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I still haven't played all the way through it, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, I beat the
Both of
DLC.
them are.
I
or
have
just
not.
all?
I have not gotten to 2 yet. I went to the DLC specifically to pick up one Pokemon and its evolution item, and then left.
Just like, see you guys. I'm here too early.
Listen,
I beat
I'm
the DLC.
I'm here
I
to pick up an
haven't-
apple. That's all I want. Just technically 2 apples, an apple Pokemon and an apple, and then I'm gone.
There is none for where I'm from for miles.
Listen, he's doing a Draco log. He has an excuse.
I needed a dragon. I needed the grass dragon. I wanted an apple so bad. I went to a different country to do it.
I like
Yeah.
Appleton.
Yes,
At this point, we need to orchestrate a Pokemon battle between all of us.
that would be
Oh
interesting.
God.
I would try to
wouldn't
make a
mind.
team that resembles the Thailand party somehow.
That would be
Dear
amazing.
I'd have to
God,
try to
why?
find Thud.
Okay.
So Blue Dragon. So you're gonna make Karnak a Dragonite, a shiny Dragonite.
Shiny Dragon, yeah, good luck. If I
Yeah,
can
good
find
luck with
that.
that. I
Wait,
do
so
have
how
to
behind
make-
am I?
Hmm?
How behind am I?
I think you're probably catching up to me at this point, like, cause
I haven't made significant progress since our last stream together.
have you done the
Or Pokemon.
Titans or at all? Any of the Titans?
No.
Okay, so yeah, you got to do at least 2 of the Titans, although 3 because I'm about to do one of the Titans.
Okay, so 3 Titans, two Pokemon gyms.
I think I only have 3 gyms done. Grass
but
one,
I
bug
only
one,
have
lightning
one, so I need to do 2.
Yeah, you need to do 2 then.
There's a
So
lot in
I
the
have
game.
5 thingamajiggies behind you.
Yeah.
I
Oh
need to make
gosh,
a-
this is gonna be fun
I
catching
need to
up.
make a Heckma team.
Oh my god,
God,
that would be
no.
hilarious.
Why?
Wait, Draco,
What?
make a heck the team. Lucian could be alive again.
Oh.
Yeah, you send in the clowns.
Yeah.
Feel
I-
like
He
it'd be
already
really-
was basically like a Pokemon. Like just actually make him full on now.
You
Yeah.
could get puddled.
True.
Puddles.
There are turtles, but
There are turtles and there are rabbits.
I'm doing a
And I think you can get Mimikyu.
maybe. But I'm doing a Draco lock. I decided on this. I'm not going to just suddenly switch at the end, but that is a fun
Yeah.
idea.
He's doing Draco lock. I'm doing a theme lock. So it has
Yeah,
to
but
be
you could get a
thematic with each
Choodle.
other. Hence why I currently have Gothic.
That would be puddles.
And the last 2 that I wasn't able to mention was Strudel and Shuppet.
Bubba's
That-
right. We are getting very distracted. We're trying to
We
leave.
tend to do that.
What?
I'm
Distracted us?
We tend to do that.
Never.
distracted with yelling here. How insane.
That's crazy.
I was the one that derailed it this time.
This
You are
time,
doing it
know.
most of the time.
You know.
Yeah.
70% of the time. You can add that-
slander. What is
add
this
that into the thread.
slander?
I'm adding that to the thread
Surprisingly-
yelling.
It's nice that you
It was me this time.
and a little bit of me.
Yeah.
I haven't Pokemon about anybody yet in the game.
Anyway, so with that team of Pokemon, I will be trying to battle Mela and hopefully beat her. The last time I was streaming with Draco, I think I tried 4 times.
Yeah,
I think it was
just
4
around that.
times. And I could not succeed with it was always the last Pokemon that was just knocking me out. But hopefully this time I'll be better. Thank you, Bob. Anyway, so Friday I will be streaming together with Draco, hopefully after catching up to Draco. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
I mean, you can get close.
do you know how distracted I get in Pokemon?
Yeah, no, I know. You sort of wander around a lot.
Or in general.
I'm like,
Especially
oh,
especially
I
since it's
see,
more
I
open
see a
world.
thing on the map. Let me go find it.
Yeah.
And then I'm wandering way
That's
too
more open
long.
world is probably the
Completely missed
worst.
what I was looking for. I still couldn't find that mouse one.
Oh yeah,
the
you
way.
couldn't find Mousehold. I forget where Mousehold's supposed to be.
Like, it was supposed to be where I was looking.
Sidetracking
Yeah.
again.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah.
Was over by the port.
Anyway,
Uh,
yeah, let's focus.
Okay. So,
Here's the keys. Jingle,
oh my gosh!
jingle, 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 jingle. Here's the keys. Right here.
No, I'm not like that. I swear.
I
See,
said
now
I said the word that you like. The back rooms. Here, jingle, jingle, jingle.
Oh,
I'm
Markiplier, why?
I'm so upset that you guys actually became quiet when I said all that.
Yeah, no. It
I mean,
unfortunately
you
seemed to
jingled
work.
keys. How could we not?
Yeah, come
How could
on.
we not?
The whole point of jingling the
This is-
keys.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Right here.
Anyway, let's finish the outros.
Finally.
All right.
I love this party.
Yeah.
I love everyone too. So I think it's Draco's turn, right?
Okay. Before I go, I just
finally.
want to bring up. So I did give Quinby some spells. I swapped out one of them. He now has counter spells, Spirit Guardians, Aura of Life, and Greater Invisibility.
Spirit Guardians.
Oh god.
He is
Oh,
a
God.
Divine Soul Sorcerer, so he has access to Spirit
Oh.
Guardians.
He's a what?
Yeah, that's how he got healing
Oh.
spells.
Oh.
Quinby's Divine
All
Soul, and now he has the Blender. Because I figured he would probably get it. Also Greater Invisibility, for the same reason.
Kai staring at him from the side.
Why?
Got more of a divine spark than me.
I mean,
He has a more defined part than me.
if it's any consolation, it's not because I'm related to any god or anything. It's just that Kender seemed to be close to one particular god, because apparently we got... It's a long story. Basically, there was this artifact called the Grey Gem that...
Oh god.
And then he just keeps going.
And
Draco.
Clover, you
Draco,
you are
please.
half god.
All right, but let me go. You've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday we play Persona 5 Strikers, where we have beaten the second jail, beat a big dragon. It was pretty cool, and we're going to move on to the next one. Tuesdays, you can either find us over at Burnout Vaughn's for Phase of Our Lives, or over here with Chaco and Hoshi for Baldur's Gate 3. Wednesdays, you can meet our party here, who still have some stuff to do around Barovia before they confront Strahd, but that's coming real soon, probably. Thursdays is our party games day, where me and a whole bunch of people here play all sorts of fun party games. And Friday, as previously mentioned as well, you can catch me and Yelling here for Pokemon Scarlet and
Oh my
Violet.
Did you forget for a second?
I might have. It was Scarlet, Violet.
But get it.
But
Draco, focus.
yeah, but that'll about do it for us here. Let's go find someone to raid. There's a few people that are live.
Note to self, don't bluster Draco too much or he will dox me.
Note to self, jingle keys.
That's the raid message. Raid
Jingle,
message,
jingle, jingle?
keys.
No, jingle, jingle, it has to be the right message.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah, just that's the raid
I said
message.
the
just
words that you
jingle,
like. I said
jingle,
D&D. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Oh, I
Oh,
think.
wow.
Oh, wow! We just got a raid. I'm sorry, yelling at me. Unfortunately, we're
Wow.
leaving. We're gonna raid someone else.
Oh no, I'm so sorry for raiding.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's the wrong time, unfortunately. But let's see.
I love doing this.
I don't want to raid her.
Draco, you said we're leaving?
I
We're
We're-
leaving.
we're
leaving. Leaving.
We're leaving.
Leaving?
Liaiving.
Leaving?
Leaving.
I was admittedly,
Leaving.
I was kind of hoping that Fringe would be live since he played in the campaign that Elise was in, but he is not live. So we will raid Lucille Starlight. It's been a bit since I've raided her. And once again, our raid message is jingle, jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Everyone right into them, like holding out your keys.
Yep.
Oh
We
my
here
God.
at or of the Barovian Odyssey are not responsible for you wasting time the last 20 minutes.
Mm-mm.
Daluna,
Are you
that's more
gonna-
like the last 3 hours.
Drake, are you leaving this all
Well, I
in,
mean
or-
that too, but
I
specifically the last 20 minutes.
mean, yeah. Oh, I forgot to do the ending stream thing. There we go. I need to make sure
Just like
the
we could
end
have gone
slate
that
comes up.
lucky at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's the guy. There's the guy himself.
There he is.
Hi, Quenty. Quimby has to survive because he has to write the book. He needs to give the book report on Barovian Odyssey.
Yes.